Here we go, 6 o'clock, folks. Welcome as we get set to wrap up the week. Friday edition, MJ Morning Show. And Fester, can you guess what particular item that is circulating in the news and social media? Can you imagine what I have been sent most in the last 18 hours? I mean, nonstop. I've lost track. I don't know, 30, 40, 50. I don't know. I've had people email me this to MJ at mjmorningshow.com. I've had numerous direct messages sent to me. Do you know which particular piece of potential MJ Morning Show content I've been just bombarded with?
I have one guess.
What is your guess?
The fishing captain down in Southwest Florida.
Punta Gorda?
Punta Gorda, is that where it was?
Survey says number one answer on the board. The number two answer is the fishing captain went nuts on the Mississippi River.
Yes.
Yeah, outside of St. Louis.
As far as our...
It's a big tourist fishing area, by the way.
As far as the nautical stories we've received in the last 24 hours, the one in Florida eclipses the one in Mississippi.
There's no Mississippi. Holy crap. Man, this dude, and then he scrubbed all of his online presence. His website is gone. His social. Folks, if you haven't seen this, we'll get into this later on. But this fishing charter captain that operates down in Port Charlotte, Punta Gorda, he got into an altercation with some 22-year-old kid on just some skiff fishing. And it gets just verbally violent, and then the chartered captain jumps into the kid's boat.
He boards the other vessel from being really far away at first.
Yeah,
I was like, all right.
They were yelling. You know where they were? And we'll get into this more. I don't want to blow all our ammo here because I want to get into it a little later on.
We can talk about it twice. I mean, there's gonna be different people listening.
Yeah. Well, we'll do much more on it later on. But you know where this happened? You know where you go over the Peace River down in Punta Gorda? That's where it happened. So if you're on I-75, it happened a little bit to the west of that. Where, Tamiami Trail, was it 41?
Is that 41,
yeah,
that bridge?
Yeah, that bridge is 41, which is just a click west of where the two bridges go over the Peace River in Punta Gorda for I-75 southbound and 75 northbound. And, man, this fishing charter captain, I guess he was ticked off. There was some early morning fishing, like at 5 a.m., and then he accused this kid of running with no lights or having no lights.
I guess he barreled through the bridge. The kid sounds like he's accusing him of going through like a no-wake zone too fast.
Listen, I don't.
And he's like, you got to have your lights on. And there was another person there who wasn't there. It escalates. It stayed contentious for a while. Yeah. And after a little bit, I wondered, why is the kid even engaging him still?
First of all, the number of bros. Bro. I lost track on the number of bros used at 317. So
we need a bro-o-meter.
We do. Michelle, are you laughing over there, Michelle?
I'm thinking that sounds like a good drinking game. Every time if it's that many, every time he says bro, take a shot.
It's a terrible drinking game. You'll die of blood alcohol poisoning.
Oh, no.
It's the worst game ever.
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh, you know what? Andrew, you're going to kill me. Andrew, turn your microphone on. Because are you on the phone? Oh, Andrew's already talking to listeners this morning. Hey, you just put the list. Who are you talking to right now? What?
I mean,
why are you waving me off? Hold on. Wait, hold on. He just threw his hands in the air and flung his microphone.
Okay, is there a technical issue?
Hold on. Andrew, what did I do to piss you off?
Yeah, what's going on?
Grab your microphone.
It can't be anything you did.
What's
going on, Andrew?
Why are you acting all pissed off like the fishing
Because
charter?
I can't really answer you.
Okay.
Why can't you answer me?
Because I'm trying to get something done here.
Okay. Is something wrong?
Do we have a technical issue?
I've had stuff wrong all morning.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
My day started crap in here today. So.
Okay, hold on.
All right. Hey, Andrew, calm down. Michelle, do we have any Xanax in the car?
No.
Listen, Andrew,
I'm sorry.
Do you normally carry Xanax?
No, we don't.
Andrew, first
but I thought maybe there was a chance we had some in the car.
What, some friend loaned me some Xannies?
Even though no one in our family has Xanax.
You live on the right street.
Either legal or illegal. Andrew, first of all, hold on a minute. What is wrong?
Well, start off the day, and there are no commercials in the log. So
Okay.
I'm inserting commercials one by one.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Andrew,
all
You
right.
can see how that could bite into trying to get your job done.
All right,
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
Calm down. We're not your enemy over here.
Andrew, take a breath.
We are MJ.
Well, you asked.
Repeat after me. MJ and Fester and Michelle are my friends.
Fester and Michelle are my friends. Go ahead. Okay, MJ, yeah.
First of all, Andrew, take a breath. You're doing a great
All
job.
right, so what else happened with no commercials being on the log this morning?
Well, isn't that a big enough problem?
Yeah, that's a bitch.
that's a
All right,
big
so
problem.
what happened? What was the failure there?
I don't have an answer for that. I don't know where the disconnect was.
Is there anything else, or is that it?
I'm trying to handle something with a listener, and you're talking to me, so I don't even know what you're talking about.
Do you want me to pick up the listener and handle
No.
it?
We can handle that.
Well, what's wrong with the listener? I'll take a load off your shoulders. I'll handle what's the listener problem?
Yeah.
The listener wants to hand you some information to read over.
Yeah, email it to him. MJ@MJMorningshow.com. Thanks for calling. Bye, Click.
It's not like an alien sighting or like it's something nutty or what?
No.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Now you're really going to kill me. I want you to find the long version of the fishing charter captain altercation down in Punta Gorda, and I want you to take all the bros and put them together. I want a broathon. All right, so after your meltdown has subsided, find the long version of the Punta Gorda fishing captain. What's the guy's name?
Brock.
Brock Horner.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I want you to find all the bros between his bros and the victim's bros. I want you to take all the bros and put them all together.
Brock's Bros?
Yeah, Brock's bros.
all right, Andrew, first of all, calm down. You're doing great.
All right.
The
Hey,
commercials suck. I'm sorry that happened.
Can I ask the subject of the information that this listener wants to send me? Because I get all kinds of crazy crap.
Yeah.
I don't have all the details
Yeah.
for you yet.
The answer
You
is
know what? I'm going to pick him up for just a second. Just a mystery call.
Put him
here.
on.
All right. Hi, good morning. It's MJ. We're live. I'm going to hand you back to Andrew. But can I ask what kind of information you want to send me? Just what is the subject matter?
Veterans. It's a veteran stand down at Bay Pines,
Okay.
Kamala, 901. And it's very important to help these vets.
All right. A veteran stand down at Bay Pines, VA?
Yep, 901 Tamara.
what's your name, sir?
Joey the plumber.
Oh, it's Joey the plumber.
Yeah.
All right. So, Joey, so what is the stand down about? Is it about a cut in services?
No.
What?
Help the vets. Help stand down for homeless vets.
Oh, got you. All right. So to help, I'll tell you what, you give Andrew the information, and I'm going to get that out for you, Joey the plumber.
Joey just did.
Beautiful. Hey, your wife is doing a hell of a job, too.
Yeah, Michelle, I'm telling you, people love you. It is so positive. People are like, don't let Michelle leave. Michelle's got to be permanent on the show.
Hey.
Yeah, you got to put her on a payroll.
Hey, Michelle.
I haven't.
Joey the plumber is a big fan of your pipes.
Oh, by the way, right now Michelle's working for free, and I just found out there's been a whole Florida State labor investigation that was started yesterday.
I don't know who started that, but it was an anonymous tip.
No, I'm kidding. There's no labor investigation, and then there won't be.
MJ, I've been listening to you since 1995 when I came down here from Rhode Island.
From Providence? Where'd you come from?
Yeah, the hood, Charles Street, with all the Wally O's.
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's that really famous pizza joint in Providence that's kind of on like a hill?
Casertas.
Yeah.
Casertas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caserta.
It's still in.
Yes.
It's still in.
Oh, yeah. That place has been there forever. Remember Beth and Lanny? They took us to Caserta's when they left Tampa, and he went to work for CVS up in Woonsocket.
Yeah.
That they took.
Woonsocket.
Yeah. All right, Joey. Listen, I got to take a break here, but give Andrew all the information. We'll help you out, Joey the plumber. Okay.
I'm dying to see you. I'll be down there about 7:30, 7:45 with all the paperwork. I'm trying to get the itinerary for tomorrow.
Are you coming to the radio station with the information?
Oh, he's going to drop it off.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm going to hand it in.
All right, I'll tell you what. You hand it to Andrew. Will bring you up to the studio. You can hang on with us. You can meet Michelle in person. How about that?
Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love that. I love it.
All right, Joey the plumber. Hold on a sec. All right.
We just made his life.
Andrew, bring him up. When he gets here, bring him up.
Sounds like our kind of guy.
Tell him to leave his wrench at home, though, okay? All right. Just those giant ones that they open up like giant water mains with. All right. You need 5 people to hold. All right. 6:10 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling.
Wow.
Here on Q105, 104.7 FM. Traffic's on. Let's grab Shriner with the latest, and we're back in minutes.
Good morning and happy Friday.
Fester, lovely wife Michelle in tow, completely off the payroll here on the MJ Morning Show.
Yeah. It's almost like we picked up a homeless person on the way into work.
It is.
Every day.
Yeah.
Do I dress like a homeless person?
No. Oh,
Come
but
on.
yeah, but Michelle, Michelle's doing a fantastic job. I'm telling you, people are like praising it left and right.
What about, what was it? Hank the plumber? What was his name?
Joey.
Joey the plumber.
Wasn't Joe the plumber, was it?
Oh, he's not really. Andrew just said in my ear. Andrew just said off the air in my ear, in my little IFB thing here, that he's not really a plumber. It's just a nickname. You know what that typically means when you're the plumber?
You kill people?
It's like a mafia term, isn't it?
Yeah,
But you wouldn't be the one who kills people.
Hold on, Fester. Go ahead and just type in mafia and plumber and tell me what it says. Simone Paul Rizzo de Cavalcante, known as Sam the Plumber, was an Italian-American mobster who was the boss of the de Cavalcante crime family of New Jersey.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I've heard this over the years that, they're kind of like the fixer, the plumber, and...
The Cavalcante would say, flush his body.
Hold on, wasn't the plumber also used in Watergate? In the whole Watergate... Fester, type in the plumber and then Watergate scandal. And tell me if plumber comes up in terms of Watergate as well. Yeah, the White House plumbers. Yeah. So click on the Wikipedia. Right there. Click on that, Wikipedia. The White House plumbers, sometimes simply called the plumbers, the Room 16 Project Odessa, or more officially, the White House Special Investigation, was a covert White House Special Investigations unit established within a week of the publication of the Pentagon Papers in 1971. During the presidency of Richard Nixon, the task was to stop and or respond to the leaking of classified information. All right, so not Watergate. It was the Pentagon Papers and all of that Vietnam stuff that had leaked out. All right. But I know the plumber. Yeah, call the plumber.
Yeah.
Hold on. In Pulp Fiction, when they called in, was it Harvey Keitel?
He was the Fox.
Is that what they called him?
Mr. Fox, call the...
I
don't think that he was...
He wasn't called the plumber.
No. I know he wasn't the plumber, but he was anyway. All right. So Fester, any cruises planned for you guys? Because you've taken the kids on Disney cruises, and
We've been on several cruises and we've enjoyed them. I have a big issue with cruising right now.
All right. What is your big? And then we'll get into my cruise stories here. What's your big issue with cruises right now?
My passport's expired.
Oh my gosh.
I let it lapse.
You dumbass.
Well, why am I dumbass?
Well, because what if you need to flee the country right away?
Yeah, what if it's not in your bug out bag?
It's a good point.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
How'd you and
Yeah.
Isn't it like a long time? Isn't it a long wait? Are they still backlogged?
Fester, I could tell you how to get one very quickly.
Oh, this is
Do I have to go to Miami and wait in line like everybody else?
I don't think you would have to go to Miami because we have a passport office here. But I'll tell you off the air how to do it.
No. Tell the story.
I thought Miami. I thought in Miami you could get same day passports.
Hang on a minute. Before I get into the cruise story, tell quickly the story that happened to Julian's girlfriend.
So she was headed out to Spain for spring break.
Yep.
And
just a couple of weeks ago.
Right. And her father, I guess, USPS overnight the passport, and it was delivered to her apartment building in New York City, and it was gone when she got there.
Yeah, apparently it was like a USPS Express overnight mail.
Tracked.
And it was placed like in the walk-up vestibule area.
Yep.
And it was just like placed there.
What a terrible place to put a piece of mail.
But that's what they do in New York. Like that's, if you have to leave a package, so they took a picture. It's there. It's a building that maybe has 4 or 6, apartments. It's not very big.
Like a walk-up, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And so she had her, plane was leaving in a week.
And father I also said, why would she wait? Why'd she wait so close to departure? But anyway, so she's counting on her passport to get into Spain, and the damn thing disappeared. It walked. Boom, gone. And what did she do?
She went to the passport office in New York City and got it in a day.
But wait a minute. hours before leaving JFK.
Right.
Hours.
She had an appointment that morning at like 9:30. She's departing at 8:30 that night from JFK.
Wasn't it ripped off at like Friday? Wasn't it supposed to be
Saturday?
So it was a Saturday like overnight delivery, and it got ripped off, stolen because she wasn't there when it was delivered, and she's leaving on Monday. She somehow was able to get like a 10 a.m. appointment at the passport office, right, in New York.
9:30. It was a week away.
There are several locations around the country where
Hold on. What was a week away?
That was the first appointment she could get. Was the day she was leaving. It was a week away. It wasn't the following Monday. It was a week away.
She had to wait 7 days. Yeah, I get it. But there are several places in the U.S. where you can go for same day.
Yes.
Yeah, in emergency situations.
Florida, it's Miami. In New York, I think there's one in Buffalo as well because it's a border town.
Right.
Oh.
There's a Canadian border right there. So
you.
But I think you have to have like your travel plans already purchased. So you have to make your cruise plans and then run in there and go, oh my God, my passport's been lost.
Yeah.
Stolen.
So she was able to run in. All right, let me get this straight. I'm not following something. What was a week away?
The trip. So
the trip was a week away.
Oh, I thought it was the same day. I thought it was.
Okay,
no, listen to me.
Yes.
The passport was stolen on Saturday.
Yes.
And then she went online right away to try to get an appointment. The first appointment she could get was a week away.
Right, but so how did she get in that Monday morning?
because it worked out to be the same day as the flight to Spain.
Right.
You have to have an appointment. That was the first appointment that was available. The whole week was booked.
Yes.
For a really smart guy, it's taking you a long time to figure it out.
You know what? Okay, this is a thing with him. Calendars are not his strong suit.
No.
I'm sorry. He does not know how to use a calendar. If he had to tell you, and this is the thing, he'll say, if I start to talk to him about like when something's going to happen, he'll say, what number day is that?
What number day is that? Who
Yeah.
says that?
Calendars are not my strong
It's
suit.
like if you're a criminal and you're investigating you and you want to foil him, just like leave a calendar.
Oh, totally.
I'm stumped.
He would never get past the first clue, Fester. I promise.
All this because Fester, you dummy, you let your passport
I
lapse.
think it's been expired now for a couple of months.
Oh, that's insane. All right, so the two cruise stories. First of all, cruise story 1. Listen to this headline. CEO choked out fellow traveler for dancing barefoot in ship cocktail lounge. According to the feds, this guy's being charged federally because it was, I guess, on the high seas. And he told some other passenger, I'll effing kill you. A financial CEO is facing federal charges for allegedly choking out a fellow cruise passenger who called his wife an effing bitch for asking him to stop dancing barefoot, according to the FBI. Kenneth DiGiorgio, the 53-year-old CEO of Southern California mortgage lending company First American Financial, attacked the other man in one of the Virgin Voyages ship's cocktail lounges earlier this week while telling him, I'll effing kill you, according to a federal complaint. The other passenger, only identified by the initials M.A., later told federal investigators he felt as if his throat was going to be ripped out.
So, was he dancing barefoot?
The other passenger was. The fracas erupted early Monday in international waters off Martinique.
Oh, man.
This is a Caribbean deal. After the CEO's wife, Nicole DiGiorgio, asked M.A., asked M.A. to stop dancing barefoot on the Resilient Lady on the Rocks bar. And that, I guess, is a Virgin cruise ship. Telling him, look, we're all grown-ups here. Can you put your shoes on? Shut up, you effing bitch. M.A., the victim, allegedly shot back while also flipping the bird, according to documents. DiGiorgio was then seen on surveillance footage crossing the dance floor and attacking the cursing cruise passenger, grabbing him by the throat and forcing him to the floor, according to the complaint. Security was called and the ship's captain ordered DiGiorgio confined to his room until the next port of call. The ship's security contacted the FBI to report an assault when the vessel pulled into San Juan, Puerto Rico the following day. Nicole DiGiorgio blamed herself for asking M.A. to put his shoes on while telling the agents the other man never touched her. DiGiorgio allegedly choked the other Oh, my God. DiGiorgio refused to speak to the feds without his attorney. He's charged with assault within maritime and territorial jurisdiction of the United States. DeGiorgio's legal team told the New York Post on yesterday, that the CEO only responded to the actions of an individual who harassed his wife, making her feel threatened and intimidated. Yeah, that's his defense. Yeah, although charged with simple misdemeanor, DeGiorgio looks forward to being absolved of any wrongdoing. Oh, my God. Man, that's some cruise ship chaos right there.
Yeah, up in the high seas.
Yeah. And then the other cruise ship story where the bad case of the squirts. Man, a lot of this going on. This was the Queen Mary.
the Queen, yes.
Yeah, this was the Queen Mary 2 sailing from England to the Caribbean.
It's a long
That's a long haul. That's a cross Atlantic, man. That's a long one. Listen to this. More than 230 passengers and crew have been sickened by an outbreak of the norovirus. 29-day round-trip luxury cruise from England to the Eastern Caribbean. That's a month-long cruise, and you got at last count 230 people squirting it up good with the norovirus.
It's a mess. Yeah, MJ, how many people were on this cruise? Or is it like 3,000 people? I mean,
2,538 on board.
So in reality, it's only 10%. So I guess I'll take my chances.
Well, listen, but 230 is the last number. I'm sure that it's
spread.
Yes, I'm sure it's exponentially increased. Squirtage on the high seas, man. That's then you. What if you have rough seas? Then that's compounded. That's rough anyway. I don't foresee ourselves on a cruise anytime soon, Michelle. Do you?
No, not anytime soon.
If I was the captain of the Queen Mary, I would have all their butts overboard.
No, he was one of the ones squirting up good.
Oh.
No, I have no idea. All right, 6:34 at the MJ Morning Show. Early Morons in the news. Great dose of the Morons rolls next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Don't miss it. Fester, as we dive into the morons of the news, got a little question for you, Pally.
Okay.
You still dabbling in the poker arena?
You know what? Not because I don't want to. I just haven't played much.
Just asking.
I enjoy poker. It's a fun game.
So you weren't messing around with this illegal poker operation out in Lakeland, huh?
No.
All right, just
No.
checking.
No.
All right, you're dealing with this kind of money. At some point, it's going to catch up to you.
A lot of money.
Oh, Michelle, do you remember the poker story from our hometown of Virginia Beach?
No.
With the restaurant owner? Oh.
Captain George's?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, famous, all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. All right, hold on. Let me get to the local item first, but it just reminded me of that. So, out in Lakeland, guy is in trouble. Yep, legal problems. Investigation. They found that he was having illegal poker games, and then he tried to hide his earnings. More than $800,000 tried to hide. That's some serious money.
It's a lot of money to hide.
Yeah, James Patrick Kerr, 39, was arrested earlier this week on Tuesday, on April Fool's Day. I wonder if he said, "Hey, is this a joke? Is this
Oh, you guys are great. You got me.
You guys are so funny.
No, look at your uniforms. You look so official.
Yeah, I don't think the Grady Judd's guys with the Polk County Sheriff's Office, I don't think they went April Fools. Nope. So he was arrested on Tuesday, April 1st, charged with 3 counts of money laundering, with the number exceeding $100,000, according to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. Yeah. Sheriff Grady Judd, who we had on the air yesterday for something totally unrelated, said that one of his deputies went undercover. And that's the same thing that happened up in Virginia Beach, which I'll get into a second here. Yeah, we can even look that up in just a second. Hey, Fester, don't get distracted. So one of the undercover deputies was able to infiltrate and play some poker at Kerr's gambling operation out in Lakeland, went to an illegal poker game. Actually, it was in Winter Haven area. So it was
in Polk County.
Yeah, in Polk County. Grady Judd told the media, hey, as the saying goes, follow the money. It's exactly what detectives did. So this guy Kerr, he then tried to hide these ill-gotten earnings by trying to spread them out, making deposits, in smaller amounts in a whole bunch of bank accounts all over the place.
This guy a moron?
Yeah. So this little operation, they have pegged to have been running for about 3 years or so.
Oh, man.
So you look at 2021, Kerr made $408,878 off illegal gambling games. That was 2021. So earnings were in the hundreds of thousands of dollars the subsequent years, 22 and 23. So all together, and even into 24, total earnings for his illegal poker operation. This is the money that he brought in. What about the money going out that was actually won in the pots?
I mean, some people won, right? That's just like the antes.
The total money, $833,478, according to Grady Judd's office. Yeah. Deputies located Kerr at his lawyer's place in Lakeland on Tuesday, and I guess that's where they arrested him.
Yeah, that was prearranged.
Yeah, he refused to speak to the detectives when they moved on in, and they arrested him at his lawyer's office and took him to the Polk County Sheriff's Office Processing Center, where he asked the intake folks, are they all in? No.
Forget the river card. He's up the river.
All right. So, hey, look, I bet you this comes up. So in Virginia Beach.
What year?
You don't need this would have been like the 90s, somewhere like the mid to late 90s. Just type in first of all, Virginia Beach, you spell Vurgubia.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach?
Listen.
What the hell is wrong with you?
AI will correct it when I hit enter.
All right. Virginia Beach, Captain George's illegal. All right. You don't.
Look, AI corrected it.
All right, fine. All right. Now type in
Did you say the 90s?
Yeah. Was it earlier? Hang on. Type in Captain George's poker. All right, here we go. Oh, 2013.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're way off.
I don't know what it's happened like when we used to take Julian there, who would devour those crab legs.
Oh, Julian, he knew what to do. I taught him well. You don't mess with the bread at the you don't mess with the macaroni and cheese. No. Julian went right to the snow crab bin and was just, I thought they were going to ask him to leave. Yeah, how old was he when he really discovered snow crabs at Captain George's? Like 10?
Not even.
8?
That's maybe like 7.
So hold on. Captain George owned a restaurant?
Yeah, Captain George. The name of the restaurant.
Yes.
The name. Let me grab this, Fester. The name of the restaurant is Captain George's.
Okay.
And the owner was George Pitsalides.
Okay.
Nice Greek guy. Owner of the Laskin Road Seafood Buffet Restaurant, pleaded guilty in circuit court Thursday to misdemeanor gambling charges. So the restaurant's on Laskin Road in Virginia Beach, huge place. I mean, Michelle, we were there. We were in Virginia Beach last in September. Then I went back for my 40th high school reunion for Cox High School back in October. So I was in Virginia Beach twice within a month. And I think it was with you. We passed by, and it was like the daytime. It was like lunchtime, and the line was out the door. And they can have like 500 or 800 people in this place. It's a huge place, and this is like this 100-foot-long buffet. All you can eat hot food and seafood and clams and oysters and snow crab and peel and eat shrimp and everything. So here's what this guy did. he bought a house right across the street from the restaurant. And like during like nighttime hours, his staff would be running the restaurant and he'd be like over there doing a whole gambling operation.
So he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor. I mean, it sounds really low stakes compared to.
Well, listen to the story. This is from the Virginian pilot from 2013, right? He originally faced 3 felony charges of operating a continuous gambling enterprise. Listen, this guy was raking in the coin with the seafood buffet, Captain George's, which is really a good place. And if you go to Virginia Beach, I highly recommend it. So he was making mint with his buffet, but then he had a whole long-term gambling operation right across the street in some, like, janky old house that he bought.
Well, as much as I love stories from 15 years ago from Virginia,
I'm just pointing it out.
This guy's low stakes compared to this 800,000.
Dude,
I don't know. This guy was arrested before for like a $25 million gambling thing in Pennsylvania as well.
Oh, which one? The guy from
Captain
Lakeland?
George's.
Oh, the Captain George. Oh, hold on. I didn't know that.
I think he's got a history.
Okay.
Hold on. He was arrested in Pennsylvania
It looks like he's got a history.
Years earlier?
He knows how to do this. Look, you know how to do this. You get out of your one jam. What do you do?
Okay.
Do you not start it up again, Fester? What do you think?
I'll tell you what.
Is this how you make your money?
If you're in Virginia Beach, you got to go to Captain George's Seafood Buffet. It's fantastic.
Dude, if you're in Winter Haven, you got to go to this guy's poker game.
Exactly.
Sounds like a great time.
Fester, will you teach me how to play poker?
I'm not the guy to learn from.
Oh.
I am not the guy to learn from.
I don't know how active Captain George is these days, but I've had numerous conversations with him.
Oh.
Because, I've talked to him numerous times over the years.
Hey, kid, you did good for yourself. How about you get into my poker game?
Really?
He never invited me into the poker game.
I remember you when you were a little squirt. How about you come back to my poker game?
How about we get a little poker game going? MJ Morning Show poker game. Fester.
No, I want to have a good time.
We'll invite Grady Judd to the poker game.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a hard pass.
Then we can't really, gamble.
All right.
What's the fun of
I
that?
don't want to go to a gambling game with law enforcement.
Right? No.
All right. Up in Brooksville, in Hernando, guy's been busted under the influence of some kind of controlled substance, fell asleep in the drive-thru of a Taco Bell.
See, that's what happens, man. You get a little tipsy drunk.
You get the munchies, or, he was under some kind of controlled substance.
You're a little high. You're waiting that. And have you ever been to Taco Bell drive-thru like at midnight? It's not an efficient process. I mean, you're in this drive-thru for like 35 minutes.
Really?
There's only one or two people working.
Fester, how often do you go through the drive-thru at Taco Bell at midnight?
You know what?
More recently than I care to admit.
He sleep drives. He gets hungry and sleep drives to Taco Bell.
All these fast
orders
food
a
places,
sack of tacos.
All of these fast food places, especially off hours. I mean, I went to a Wendy's once, and they had there were like 3 people called in, so it was short staffed. So the staff is super short. You're waiting in this line, and you're high as a kite for 35 minutes. You're nodding off with your foot on the brake.
Anyway,
oh my God.
Anyway, so here's the deal. This dude, they believe, was under the influence of a controlled substance, fell asleep in the drive-thru of Taco Bell up in Brooksville, then crashed into a parked car when he woke up. So he jolts awake and must have jammed on the gas and boom! Son of a biatch! I wonder if it went something like this. Did it sound like this? When you have a crash in a Taco Bell parking lot, it sounds more like this. That's the hit.
I get it.
Hit the bell. All right, and man, come on. This is dopey. According to a report from the Hernando County Sheriff's Office, some concerned citizen called 911 about a reckless driver. The caller told deputies he followed the guy to the Taco Bell, and the driver fell asleep in the drive-thru while waiting for his order. After waking up getting his food, the driver, later identified as James Christopher Powell, tried to leave the parking lot and smashed into a parked vehicle. Arrested for DUI, deputies believe that he was under the influence of some controlled substance. So there you go. That's why we call it Morons in the News. 6:54, when we get back, 7 o'clock hour starts, including, the sexy teacher who's in big trouble. Come on, she's this hot, she can't. Listen, why is sexy teacher in trouble? I'm going to tell you next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. For the Peeping Tom in South Tampa, why does it seem to me like when you hear Peeping Tom, it's just like something that happened like, years ago? But
That's a real thing, man.
yeah. So
Looking in windows is keeping it old school.
Man. Yeah, Peeping Tom incidents happened on Saturday, March 29th, then again on Sunday, March 30th. The time of the peeping was between midnight and 1 a.m., according to details from TPD.
Is there security cam footage of this? I mean, I would imagine every house or every other house has a camera in that neighborhood.
Listen, he was caught on camera, yes.
Yeah.
But I guess he was spotted, caught on camera. But they want people to be on the lookout. And, Michelle, this is not far from us. This occurred near Lois and West San Miguel. So that's, I pass that intersection all the time.
It's a little south of us.
No, it is south of us, but it's not far. Guess what? I passed by that yesterday. I passed by that exact intersection yesterday.
How far do you think it would take you to run from that intersection back to your house?
Yeah.
Where were you on the night of March 29th, sir?
Yeah. You seem rather familiar.
I'll tell you what. I was in freaking Connecticut.
Do you have any corroboration on that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I was with my wife and kids in New York and Connecticut, as a matter of fact.
You're lucky this time.
Try to pin it on me, you bastard.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We have our eyes on you.
Yeah. I was in. Michelle, would you attest to the fact that I was with you? Let's see. Saturday night, March 29th, we were at
Litchfield, Connecticut.
Well, we were having dinner in Litchfield.
Okay, fine. All right.
We had a nice Italian meal at Materia, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we drove back to Windsor Locks.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
And we stayed at the Best Western.
This alibi checks
I
out.
wonder
That's when the alarm went off the following.
No, the Best Western.
Right.
Hold on.
The alarm went off on Saturday morning. I know. What are you getting bogged down in these details?
I don't need every detail.
All right.
You're telling too many details for this to be a true story.
So now you're going to say that when people tell too many details, they're guilty?
And weird things like the fire alarm was set off in the hotel room. Like I remember that, right?
Yeah. Look at this. Look at it. Hey, you have a ball cap. You have a ball cap. I'm looking at a video of the guy right now. It looks like he has a tank top on or a white
What
beater.
is he doing with that?
He's covering his face. He's trying to cover his face with his hat.
Oh, that's crazy.
Listen, the guy's wearing like a wife beater, like T-shirt looking thing. I don't have a wife beater. He has a muscle shirt wife beater on.
But it's not white.
But it's darker.
Yeah.
But I don't have that type of shirt.
Really? Oh, really?
What was I doing? I was in freaking Connecticut. All right?
Is that his bicycle? He doesn't take it?
I mean, the suspect looks to be like 6'2", so MJ might be eliminated.
And he's rather thin.
So, heads up for this creep in South Tampa who's peering into windows.
All right.
And they want all residents to be very vigilant and cautious and be on alert. I mean, they've got good video. I mean, somebody might recognize this guy. You know, he's probably a homeless transient dude. He probably even stole that bicycle that he has next to the house.
You think so?
Yeah.
Look at that. I mean, he does look like he's a little lost.
Yeah.
It looks like he's looking for something.
So check out the background. There's like a cat walking in the background.
Oh.
Yeah. Like
no, that's a Florida Panther.
Yeah.
No,
a baby panther.
There's no violent crime related to this, said Eddie Durkin, spokesperson, Tampa Police Department. We just want people to be aware, be mindful of suspicious activity, and call if something just doesn't feel right to you. And detectives are working on leads, asking other residents to check their doorbell cameras or security cameras around the same time, see if they can get a better, clearer image. However, you know, if you look at the surveillance video that TPD did release from somebody's house in South Tampa with the peeping Tom running around, if you look at this and then you see this guy just riding on a bike, you'll say, that's the guy.
It looks just like him.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the video that was released is clear enough that you'll be able to identify the guy. And then he's like holding his hat, like just from his nose and lower. Like
that's doing anything.
Yeah, like it's really shielding his face from being identified.
Fester, what do you think he's looking around when he's looking up like that? Like, what is that?
I mean, I'm sure, he may have seen a passing car. I mean, that's a pretty busy intersection.
But he's looking up. Do you think he's looking to see if cameras are around and he just doesn't realize there's one like directly on him?
Right on him? I don't know. This is not the smartest peeping Tom I've ever seen. But
no, he's not. Yeah. All right, on to the hot teacher. Hot for teacher. What is going on? I never understood this. Like, if you've got a really, really homely teacher that maybe is not able to get like legal action, and then they make the move on the
This is a terrible path you're going down.
Yeah, what are you saying?
I'm just saying things that probably people think.
No,
a mental illness is the reason. Yeah, how could this hot teacher? Because there's a mental defect with this person. This person's a predator.
Listen,
yes.
Thank
you, Fester.
I am not.
Predators aren't just homely looking people. That's crazy.
I'm not disagreeing with that. All right, let me tell you the story of a married, very attractive Illinois. And this is where it gets even sicker. Special ed teacher. Yeah. Married, attractive, Illinois special education teacher is accused of, having relations with a 15-year-old student and told police that she's being set up by the teen and she's being targeted because she's good looking. In one of the pictures where media caught her, or is that police body cam? What's that shot? Is that from the police body cam?
Yeah.
Okay. Police body cam. They have an image of her like coming out of her car with her hands up. This is when they're making the bust on her for having relations with the 15-year-old student. She's wearing a black hoodie sweatshirt, and there's red font, and it says "Kill Crew."
Okay.
Do you really want a teacher wearing a sweatshirt that says, what is Kill Crew? Is that a brand?
Who cares?
What does that mean? What is Kill Crew?
Is she
KILLCREW?
Is she at her residence on her personal time? I don't care what the teacher. I mean, MJ, what are you saying?
Yeah, but she's attractive. All right, here's the deal. Christina Formella, 30, a teacher and soccer coach at Downers Grove South High School, told cops she's a good person, that everyone comes after her because of her looks. Yeah. She's described as a sporty, dirty blonde.
Who's describing her like that?
The story I'm looking at. She denied having sex with the teenage student and said that he accused her of having an inappropriate relationship because she cared too much about him, according to documents. Yeah, according to, I guess, the interview that they had. Yeah, she's married. to her college sweetheart, and they just got married last year. Yeah, allegedly sexually assaulted the 15-year-old boy before the start of the school day back in December of 2023. What, like in her car in the parking lot? What? She claimed that the student had broken into her phone and used her number to send the inappropriate messages to her as a blackmail plot. So now she's coming up with every excuse.
Sounds like there's a lot to investigate here. A kill crew might be a reference to her soccer team. A kill in soccer is a thing.
Yeah.
She's a soccer coach. The kill crew.
Anyway, she claimed that one day the boy had grabbed her phone unattended, entered her passcode, and sent the message to his phone. Then he deleted the message from her phone and had it saved to his phone as blackmail.
I mean, is there one? Okay, how many messages are there? If there's one message,
there were multiple messages.
Multiple messages, and you know what? In a previous looks like interview, she actually acknowledged the relationship.
Yeah, I mean,
it started like a
all
year
over
ago.
But I'll tell you what, she's got a pouty, hot, sexy mugshot. I'll tell you that.
I mean, she'll make
I
friends.
listen, I got to be
You're
honest.
grossing me out.
Listen, if I weren't with Michelle, I'd date that.
Yeah, but you're way too old.
Yeah, like by about 40 years, buddy.
Yeah,
I don't think you're her type.
You dating that isn't the issue in this case. That's not the transaction we're worried about.
She can watch me on MJTV right now and say, "Ooh, I wouldn't date that."
All right. Yeah, if this is true, MJ, and I believe this of these teachers who get caught up in this kind of activity.
Yeah,
I believe that there's a mental illness with these people, and they are inherently bad people.
Yeah, I just don't get it. So she's 30. She's married to her college sweetheart. What?
And how long did you say she's been married?
Like a minute.
Like she got married apparently just recently. She was married last August.
And so she told the police when she was arrested that the sexual abuse started a year and a half ago.
So even before the marriage.
It seems like it.
Hold on, what was her college sweetheart not putting out?
Okay.
My college sweetheart boyfriend, same age as me, not quite doing the trick. I'm going to go for some 15-year-old special ed action. You know?
I don't know if that's how this works.
Well, I don't know.
Jeez.
Anyway, I'm looking at numerous pictures of her. She's just you know.
If the evidence points to her and this is something she did.
And then she's, look at that. I'm going to hold up a couple of pictures to MJTV. So here's the mug shot. This is her mug shot.
Yeah.
I'm holding this up to MJTV so you can see it right now. That's her mug shot. So, you know, attractive, you know, kind of pouty mug shot. You know, hey, smile. The trick is you got to smile in your mug shots, all right? Come on, turn that frown upside down.
Yeah,
would you please?
Yeah, funny thing about mug shots.
All right. And then let me show you this. This is another picture of her. I'm holding it up to MJTV, and that's a nice, attractive photo of her. And then you want to see for those watching MJTV or those that go back, you know, you might be listening on the radio, but you can go back and watch MJTV because it's available on demand. Just go to mjmorningshow.com.
Hey, you want to hear the body cam?
Top of the page, go to MJTV. You'll see on the top of mjmorningshow.com, you'll see a nav bar, and you'll see MJTV. You can click on it, and you can go back and watch this later. But here's an image of her and the boyfriend, or I guess the husband.
Wow.
Listen, he's a good-looking guy. You know, and she's messing with a 15-year-old student.
Here,
all right,
play
so
the audio.
you this is the police body cam audio?
I believe so.
All right, roll it. Let me hear it.
You don't have anything on you? You can just grab whatever you need.
Whatever I need.
Yeah, whatever you need, like your phone, your purse, go ahead and grab it.
Is she going somewhere? Or?
Yeah, we're going to explain everything to you guys.
Excuse me, is my husband coming with?
Yes, yeah, he's taking his phone number down. We're staying in touch with him.
This is her in the back of the squad car now.
10 minutes away.
No, I know, but I really would prefer that my husband's with me.
Of course.
Am I in trouble? Like,
The video's jumping around. Oh my God, Fessy, this is 11 minutes of video you dug up.
Get the popcorn.
What? All right.
So
attention stations, we're going overtime on this now.
Right. So there's a lot of body cam footage on her.
Wow, it's 11 minutes of YouTube video and apparently I guess it was in the classroom. So,
okay, all right.
yeah. So before school, she was having the fling with the 15-year-old. And I would imagine if she's a special ed teacher, was it a special ed student? Get out of here. The kid's name was Ed. No, I'm kidding.
See,
Okay.
see, that's funny. That's a solid joke. I mean, what other name can you go with?
Yeah,
I mean, that's the joke.
She earned her teaching licensing in 2017, shortly after leaving Concordia University, Chicago.
Okay.
Where she met her husband. They were both student athletes. He played baseball. She played soccer.
I mean, she's a big fan of the balls. I mean, she plays around.
Yeah. Hey, let me hold this up. Last picture I'm going to hold up. This is her in her college uniform. Number 20,
right,
number 22. Yeah,
all right.
She's a good-looking
Right,
woman.
You've said that a couple of times.
All right, listen.
It's almost creepy.
It's not. What's creepy?
I mean, all right.
What's creepy about it?
You acknowledging how attractive she is once it enters like the 20s.
All right. Anyway, listen. This is also a public service announcement for all the teachers that are going to school right now. Don't even think about it. All right. I never understood it. I never understood. Listen. You had Mary Kay Letourneau locally. You had
locally. She was in Seattle, Washington, wasn't she?
I'm sorry.
Deborah LaFave.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right, I'm sorry. You had Mary Kay Letourneau. She was over on the West Coast,
right?
With Vili, Shakavili, Kavili, Badili, Benili, Shmanili.
Did you think she was attractive?
I thought Mary Kay Letourneau was attractive. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, and then Deborah LaFave. Thank you. Deborah LaFave was the local. And, you got tons of these. I don't understand.
Come on.
What?
You're not going to do the phrase?
Too pretty for prison?
Yes. You have to do that every time you say her name. Deborah, too pretty for prison, LaFave.
Coined by...
John Fitzgibbons.
Yep. Tampa.
Lawyer.
Tampa great attorney, John Fitzgibbons. Too pretty for prison.
Yes.
That's one of the best lines ever. Ever. I got to give John, it's been a while since I've talked to John. I got to give John a call.
Honestly, he had no other defense.
Yeah.
Hey, it worked. It worked.
Dude, it worked.
All right, Deb, here it is. Remember, just say you're good looking. You're guilty as hell.
Remember Deborah LaFave? I remember they would drive around in, I think, her Isuzu Rodeo.
It's a good car.
I don't think it was.
I like the Isuzu Rodeo.
So they would drive it around and didn't they pull over off the side of the road like up in Ocala?
Or somebody else was driving?
And they were having their own rodeo in the back of the Isuzu Rodeo, right? But you know what I don't understand? So if you're a teacher and you're around students, and let's say you're attracted to the danger of someone young or whatever. I don't get it. But listen, here's the deal. You could find a younger looking person that is 18 and thereby legal, but it can't be a student, because remember if you have a teacher that has relations with a student at school, even if they're 18, that's illegal in Florida, because it's the position of authority. So even though a student might be 18, you can't play in that sandbox. But if you're a teacher and you're attracted, just go find someone that's not a student, that's 18 years old, and if that youngness kind of floats your boat, just find somebody freaking legal, for crying out loud.
I mean, there are dating apps. I'm sure 18-years-olds are on. Go to Hillsborough Community College.
You see,
right?
MJ seems awfully well versed in ways to
avoid.
Will you shut up?
Navigate this.
You're giving out whole plans here.
Yeah.
You're giving out business models.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You writing a book over there, buddy?
No, I'm not.
This message goes to teachers
not
who are looking
writing
at
it.
your students. Why don't you find somebody who's
It's a
younger?
manual.
When we get back, I have a listener that had a freaking meltdown on me via email. I've got, I've got 3 emails from him. Then I wrote him back after he says, don't bother, I'm not going to read anything you send me. So why did a listener melt down on me? And Michelle, you and Chloe are
mentioned,
attached to this story. So listener meltdown. And a whole lot more, because we have an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ to fill next. And it's all going to be great stuff. All good stuff. Next, here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. I have a listener meltdown. Welcome back. MJ Morning Show, 727. Right now, we start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Nothing but content for the next hour and 20 minutes plus. So I have a listener that's like gone all psycho on me because I didn't respond quickly. I have so many emails that I've received recently. And you know what spurred a lot of email? The carbon monoxide story that's hit with the Yankee player's son, who Gardner, who passed away in was it Costa Rica? Yeah. And I've got 200 emails, people saying, MJ, what's the carbon monoxide detector? I'll get into that in a second, but my email is just slammed. And if I haven't responded to you, I try to respond to everybody. If someone's just sending me a link and, hey, you see this story, I don't always respond. But if somebody asks a question or if there's something more engaging, I try to respond to people via email. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. So if you want to get a hold of me, my private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. So I get an email from anonymous Uber driver, but in the send line it has his name from Mark, and then it has his last name as well and the full email address.
Yeah, I mean, you really need a burner account if you're going to send anonymous emails.
Anonymous Uber driver, but it's his full name is on here and his Yahoo account. All right, so what's gone south here with me and Mark, the anonymous Uber driver? And Michelle and Chloe are dragged into this story just by happenstance. He wrote me on Monday after the show, because I told the story how after I peeled off on Sunday and flew back home from Connecticut, that Michelle and Chloe, they flew to Chicago to then catch another flight to go somewhere else, a connecting flight. You know, it's just Chloe's still on the law school circuit to visit, and I didn't say exactly where they were going. However, Chloe and Michelle's flight was canceled late Sunday. Yeah, late Sunday afternoon. Your flight was canceled due to weather in Chicago, and you tried to rent a car, but there was trouble getting two-way rent or one-way car rentals out of Chicago to drive there. Like up to a 3-hour drive is where they were going. That's why they were flying. So they end up getting in an Uber. And the Uber, it wasn't terrible. The Uber was like, what, 190 or something?
Yeah, 194.
All right. So here. So they get in an Uber, like a 2.5-hour Uber drive,
It
right?
seems like a really amazing price for a trip that long.
It doesn't seem too bad. All right. So did United, by the way, how
I
much?
got the emails to do something.
But how much are you getting back from the canceled flight?
Well, the funny thing about the canceled flight is that it was a nominal amount.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I was contemplating just, going to Chicago and driving, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And when I did the cost analysis, I was like, it's just cheaper to fly.
Gotcha. All right. So I get this email. Since you took the long Uber ride,
Yeah.
maybe you see where this is going. So I get this email from this not-so-anonymous Uber driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Semi-anonymous.
All right. Today's show this is the subject line. Today's show with family taking long Uber. Was just wondering, how much did Michelle tip the Uber driver for that long trip?
That's a fair question.
LOL. Not sure if you know this, but not sure if you know this or not, but Uber only pays the driver 40% of the fare that she paid, and that's what every trip Uber driver.
So Uber corporate gets 60% of every fare?
Apparently.
This guy's writing and punctuation is not his best suit here.
He's an Uber driver, okay? He's not a lit teacher.
The driver only gets 40%. You can ask any driver, and they'll tell you the same. Uber does not pay us that well anymore. Now this guy's going to drive all the way back for 3 hours for free. Hopefully he gets a ride back. If not, he only made $10 an hour. I hope she tipped well, and I think that's why your score is so low, because you don't tip well. LOL.
Okay, I have two things to say to that.
Yes, go ahead, Michelle.
We did tip, and actually we tipped in cash because I always worry about an Uber driver.
Yep.
If I'm going to tip like this, because it was a $200 fare.
It was $190.
194. Right. So I would be worried that if I put the tip in there that he wouldn't get the whole thing.
Right.
So we tipped in cash.
How much did you tip?
$50.
That's a good tip.
Not bad. So you gave him $50 in cash as a tip. All right.
In cash.
All right. So listen.
And but also, you can get the star rating, right?
Gotcha.
And
now, whose account booked this? Was it your Uber account or was it Chloe's?
Mine.
And what is your rating on Uber? What do you have?
I like a 4.9.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm 4.8 or 4.77.
I always tip and I always rate.
All right. So that's email number one. All right. That email's okay. The guy gets torqued off apparently because I didn't answer him right away. So I saw all of his emails yesterday. I'm backed up. And I didn't go in order. I started answering all of the carbon monoxide emails. I started answering those first because I just thought there was a greater sense of urgency. And again, with the Yankee retired player's son's death in Costa Rica, people know that for years and years on this show, I've talked about getting a portable carbon monoxide detector. And I have one. I travel with it everywhere. Wherever we go, we're at the hotel in Connecticut, and I've got the carbon monoxide detector in my suitcase that I lay out on the dresser. So people are hitting me up. So I'm getting back to those people first. All right. So this guy gets all pissed off. Anonymous Uber driver Mark, and I have his last name, but I'm going to be a nice guy and not give that out, and his email address. So he gets pissed off that I didn't write him back, I guess, right away. So then I get another email from him, and this came in on Tuesday. So he writes me at 10:57 a.m. on Monday, and he's all torqued off that I didn't answer him. And he writes in the middle of the show earlier this week on Tuesday at 7:50 a.m., subject line, Uber question. Then he writes, so he goes from nice and friendly to now he's getting terse with me.
I mean, you don't want to spite an Uber driver, that's for sure.
Listen, what does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
It's a joke. We have a comedy-based, we have a comedy-centric
but that's nonsensical. All right, hold on. Let me read the guy's email.
Please, just read the damn email.
Let me read the. So he writes on Tuesday morning.
Yes. What time?
7:50 a.m.
Okay, yeah.
He writes, if you can't even answer a simple question from a longtime listener, then you don't deserve my loyalty anymore. Goodbye. Frustrated anonymous Uber driver with his full name and email address up in the sent line.
Semi-anonymous Mark makes a good point.
All right. So then I still didn't see all this until yesterday because I'm jammed.
Are you checking your emails every day?
Yes, but I'm jammed. I
oh my gosh.
I'm telling you. All right. So then I get an email yesterday, and this is the one I finally saw because I'm going back and I'm
well, this
Also,
this one's going to be higher up
Right.
to the top.
Exactly.
So as you open your email, this is going to be closer
Right.
to the ones you're going to get.
So
Right.
then I started backtracking to find the other ones. So this one, the subject line is loser.
This guy,
Loser.
this semi-anonymous Mark has some issues.
He's got some anger issues.
He's also got some time on his hands to be like,
Seriously.
So then the email I got yesterday at 12:18 p.m. from Mark, the anonymous Uber driver, the subject line is loser. I've been an avid listener of your show since you came back on in Florida 5 years ago. Don't ever lie to your listeners and tell them you return messages when they email you on your email or Instagram, because that is a total lie. I emailed you 3 days ago with a question about the tipping and have not heard back, or you didn't mention it on the air. I'm assuming that what Froggy said about you was true, not what he said, but you're not a good person. You lie to your fans. I'm no longer a listener, and you don't have to reply to this cause I won't read it. Grow up and learn how to appreciate and take care of the people that take care of you. Goodbye. Going back to Howard Stern. At least he returns his emails. Oh, bullshit.
yeah, Howard's sitting there returning emails to Mark in Tampa.
Shit.
MJ.
What?
Obviously, Mark is a very passionate person. And,
yeah, Howard Stern is sitting there answering Mark the Uber driver's emails.
All right. So, in your defense.
I wrote it back, by the way.
Oh, yeah, now you're right about
So
it.
I wrote it back yesterday.
apologies.
I have about 200 emails that I'm going through this week.
So what?
What kind of psychopath are you that you are flipping out because you didn't get an instantaneous response? Calm the F down, sport.
Did you write the F or did you write the word?
No, I calm the capital F down, comma, sport. And I signed it MJ, not anonymous. I should have signed it anonymous. Anonymous radio DJ.
You should have wrote back, hey, Mark.
I should have wrote Howard Stern.
All right.
What?
So one of two things are happening here.
Well, I'm telling you right now that Mark, the Uber driver, is listening right now.
Mark, the Uber driver, if you're listening, call in, please.
Yes, 800-990-1047. Come on, Mark.
Hold on.
Come on, Mark, the Uber driver. Call in right now. 800-990-1047. Come on, Mark. Show yourself.
Show yourself, Mark.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Yes, Fester.
Mark does bring up some very good points.
Oh, like what?
One, he brings maybe more of a point of clarification. MJ's never said he responds to every email. He said he sees every email. There's a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
Mark.
You know, and I've even said that on the air.
Yeah, I mean, you can't respond to everybody.
Right.
I don't respond to every text.
Right.
He doesn't respond to every email.
But
we see him.
I have said that on the air. Forever I've said that I look at every email, and I have said I can't respond to every email.
You just can't.
I just cannot. I'm sorry. I need a staff of 20, maybe 2, maybe 1.
So
All right.
one person dedicated full time to correspondence would be right.
Right.
Second, either Mark has something loose upstairs.
What, you mean like a screw loose?
Yeah, or he's just amping up his anger to try to eventually get he's like trying to punk you to be hyper aggressive. Because anytime somebody says, hey, I'm going to email this to MJ, I'm like, be sure to put a headline that's going to get his attention because you react to chaos.
Yes.
If I write a email to you and I say, hey, how much did Michelle tip the Uber driver? ? LOL, love the show. That doesn't get a reply.
No.
But if I'm like, hey, dirtbag.
Hey, loser.
What's your wife?
I hate you.
What you doing all the time?
I'm going to murder your gerbil.
Not the gerbil. Please. Anything but the gerbil. We have gotten very close.
Oh,
very close. But, so I don't know if he's putting us on, especially if he says he's a longtime listener. Third, I'm okay with people, taking a break if you're going to be like this. If we're going to cause you this much mental anguish,
take a break.
Take a break.
Take a break from me.
Don't have a heart attack.
I say this to people often. Radios have dials for a reason. If you are listening to the show and getting angry and you're not laughing with us or at us, go take a break.
You know, there's a certain condition with certain people that I really don't want you to take a break. In fact, I want you to well, all right. Let me just leave it there. All right. So Andrew, I've seen Andrew answer like 6 calls. Andrew, none of those were Mark the Uber driver. Did anyone call up to pretend they were Mark the Uber driver? All right.
Hey, MJ, this is Mark the Uber driver.
Well, because I have the email address. I can clearly confirm if Mark the Uber driver. You know what, Mark? I'm telling you, he's listening right now, but he doesn't want to out himself for listening after he said that I'm a loser and he's never going to listen again. But I'm telling you, Mark the Uber driver is listening right now. Yeah. Dude, chill the F out. You know, if you need a recommendation for a doctor so you can get some pills, let me know. All right?
You know somebody that can get pills?
Well, I know doctors that can prescribe.
You have just became a more valuable friend. So, right now, MJ, Mark is probably tooling around town, whatever area he lives in, with an Uber rider. And he is just gripping his steering wheel.
Right.
Just
seething. I'll murder that MJ.
And this poor person is getting an Uber ride to their colonoscopy this morning, and the driver is just because he can't call. You can't call back when you're. Michelle, question.
Yes.
This Uber ride from Chicago to some.
What did you say, Andrew? Turn your mic on. You just said something. What did you say, Andrew?
He doesn't know how to work his mic. I don't know.
Hold on. Somebody's calling and faking it.
All right,
Andrew, is that what you said? Someone's calling and faking it. Andrew, what is? He's on the phone.
So Michelle,
calls.
Did you have to talk to your Uber driver for 2.5 hours?
He didn't speak English.
Oh.
No habla at all?
No, and he didn't know how to use the toll plaza.
Hold on. An Uber driver doesn't know how to use the toll plaza?
He didn't know how to do it. Yeah, because he thought when we went through, he thought that he had the
pass?
The pass.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't see any pass. I was like, I don't think you have the pass. You have to go. So we were one of those that had to reverse out of the lane.
Oh, no.
Go into the other lane. And I said, go into I was like cash and credit, whatever. And he didn't know he had to punch. It was one of those toll booths where you punch and get a ticket, and then at the other end you pay.
Yeah,
he didn't know how to do that.
Expressway.
Andrew says we have a fake Mark the Uber driver on hold.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, he dropped. Oh,
all right.
Are you there? Or did you drop? Hello? Oh, we had a fake one that dropped.
So yeah, it was you know what? It was a nice, relaxing drive because I didn't have a ride.
What kind of car was that? That was my question. What kind of car was it?
Yeah, what were you in?
Yeah. I mean, I can think of.
It was a small sedan.
I can think of several smaller cars.
Hold on. So my wife and kid were being driven in a crunch box?
Probably. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
So he had, he thought when he was trying to go through the toll plaza, he thought that this barcode that was on my window and up there were the pass to get him through. I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, don't they put those barcodes on rental cars?
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's his freaking car.
Oh my God.
How can he be driving Uber in the Chicago area and not know how to drive through a toll?
Michelle, was the driver the same guy on the app?
Did you identify that the picture was the same?
What if he was snaking? What if he was? So if a dark-haired man in his mid-20s off the app and in person looks okay, yeah, I can see.
How do you know it was a dark-haired man? You don't know what it was.
Okay, I'm just most men are dark-haired.
Right, it's a 50-50 shot, unless he's a ginger.
Yeah. All right. Some soulless ginger is driving this car. I mean, what do you want to say, MJ?
It was Carrot Top.
But MJ, what if the driver for Uber was just bumming another friend's account?
Yes.
And your wife was being driven by somebody who has nothing to do with Uber.
Yes, because that's what happened.
How you driving Uber and you don't even know if you have the electronic pass for the tolls?
Right.
All right, I got to move on. Michelle.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Did you ever, I'm trying to remember, did you ever bathe our kids in the kitchen sink?
I bathed Chloe in the sink one time.
What?
When we first brought her home because it had the spray.
The sprayer nozzle?
And we had like a little tub thing, but that was a lot of work. So then I just went to the regular tub.
I just want to bring this up because
I didn't like it.
I saw a story, a pediatric doctor, so a pediatrician, is saying do not.
Shut up.
Do not bathe your baby in the kitchen sink because the kitchen sink area and sink itself are among the most filthy things in your house, and that newborns have almost zero immune system.
Yeah, and that's why we start building it by bathing you in the sink.
Oh, yeah. So bathe them in a big bath of salmonella. Is that it?
I almost exclusively
Yeah.
bathe the children in the sink.
Yeah.
And I got one of those fancy sinks with a divider in the middle,
Uh-huh.
and I'd
yeah.
have dishes piled up on one side.
Yeah, you got spaghetti sauce stains on your dishes on one side, and you're bathing the baby in a salmonella swill on the right.
Hudson's on the other.
Well, here's the thing: you got to be sure to put the stopper in because that garbage disposal is right underneath it.
That scares
the
me.
little foot goes into the incinerator.
Yeah.
It's terrible. No. This is a pediatrician is saying, do not bathe your baby in the kitchen sink. Recently encountered a child that was brought into the emergency room, a 3-week-old baby, a fever, was not in good shape, and then found out that the baby was being bathed in the kitchen sink, and the baby just got some kind of got some kind of heebie-jeebies or something from the kitchen sink.
Just because something happens to one kid, that's called an outlier. I don't change my whole life because some pediatrician reports one story. But if you type in "baby in sink" into Google and hit images,
Yeah.
there are thousands of cute pictures.
my
Yeah, don't do it. Doctor,
Look at that.
do not bathe your baby in the kitchen
Look at that
sink.
one. He's looking out.
Yeah. According to one doctor saw one
Dude,
case.
it makes sense,
You know
though.
how long they've been doing this? I mean, look at what some of those pictures look like. They're from the 60s or
Yeah, look at it.
70s.
Do you know how many stories we've done over the years about how your kitchen sink is like dirtier than your toilet?
Look at this kid right here. He's wrestling like a Thanksgiving turkey in the back of his sink. Here's a big stock pot of macaroni on the other side.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Look,
If you want to have a better day today, type "baby in sink" into Google and hit images.
no, just,
I'm
listen,
doing that later.
Yeah, if you
Great.
want to look at babies in
Look at
sinks,
little
that's fine. Just
baby.
don't put your baby in a sink to
No,
wash your
don't
baby.
put your baby in the oven, okay?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
sink, you're fine.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Or-
people are crazy.
Or if you're like a grandmother and your daughter just had a baby, don't let her bathe the baby in the kitchen sink. It's just not good. Hey, can I give you another hot tip? If you drop a donut while driving, just let it go. Don't like climb under your dashboard and the gas pedal to find your freaking donut. This is insane. An Ohio driver dropped a donut.
No! Nut.
Caused a devastating 3-car crash that flattened one vehicle. I mean, flattened. I mean, pancaked. This is on like a 2-lane kind of country road, but with a double yellow divider.
Yeah.
Disastrous. Unidentified motorist dropped his donut while reaching for a cup of coffee in his car. This is in Ohio. And it was a devastating crash, according to the Ohio State Highway Patrol. The distracted driver, who was unfamiliar with the winding road, allegedly veered into oncoming traffic, sideswiped one car, crashed into a second. One person extracted from their car after arriving at the grisly scene, according to fire officials. Road was shut down for hours. One car completely flattened. And I don't typically do car crashes in Ohio on this show, but I'm just utilizing it as a teaching moment that if you're tooling at a high rate of speed, you drop something, just leave it on the freaking floor.
I don't know why he admitted that. Why would you say, well, I dropped my donut and it was caused me to veer over?
Tell you what.
Could he come up with a better excuse?
He was cited for failing to stay in his lane, distracted driving. Each driver luckily sustained non-life-threatening injuries, but this could have been a whole lot worse. And the one car that's flattened, I don't know how the person walked out of that car. I have no idea how they possibly. But this is going to be a field day for the lawyers, for the personal injury attorneys that are going to handle the other drivers involved. The donut, you drop your donut, you take your eyes off the road at speed, and you're like looking down to find your drop. Let the donut go.
Do we know what kind of donut it was?
That's what Andrew asked
That's
in
the
my
most
ear.
important question.
Yeah. What kind of? We don't. It doesn't say whether
I mean,
it
was it Boston cream? Was it a jelly donut?
Was it a Krispy Kreme?
Was it a? Forget the
Could have
brand.
been-
The brand.
Could have been glazed. Who the hell knows?
Was it a Dunking?
Mm.
Who knows?
All right, 7:49, 7:50 now at the MJ Morning Show. My faith in humanity is restored. I'm running a few minutes late on the teaser. I teased this for 7:45. Just running a few minutes late. So my faith in humanity is restored. Hey, Andrew, do you have the teaser that we ran yesterday? So after the show, I have an item. I have a story that I'm going to promote for the next day. And, of course, now is the next day. And it's the fact that my faith in humanity, at least for this one individual, has been restored. Oh, there are still a whole bunch of dummies out there. But I couldn't believe this. I'm like, whoa, I am impressed. My faith in humanity has been restored because this like college-age girl could answer virtually all the questions. And one of the questions, I was blown away. Now, was this a setup? I mean, it did cross my mind, but as I studied it appeared to be somewhat spontaneous. All right, Andrew, go ahead and do you have it? You have it handy? All right, Andrew, roll my teaser from yesterday. Listen to this. Just when you thought you've lost faith in young humanity, she comes along. All right, so that's what I teased yesterday.
All right.
So who came along? This young woman who's being quizzed at a bar, like just general knowledge questions, being quizzed by a guy at a bar. I would say she's 22 or 23, like my daughter's age, like Chloe's age.
You know, with the advent of all these people trying to create content, just guys going out asking people rando questions and people watch it. Yeah. It's content to watch.
Listen, that's how the Hawk Tua girl got all famous.
Right. Yeah.
All right, here, listen to this. Why my faith has been restored, at least in this young woman. Listen.
What does WWW stand for?
World Wide Web.
What's the largest country in the world?
By land or by people?
It's a good question. By land.
It's a great question.
That's a really good question.
You know, I would have said by land or by land side or population, but she said people. That's okay. All right, hang on.
I don't know. Russia?
Correct. Okay. How many states are there in the U.S.?
50.
Correct. She's smart. You're smart.
I'm smart.
You're smart. All right. What about this one? So it's more complicated. What does H2O stand for?
Well, it's like 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen, and it's water.
Wow. You're smart. Okay, I got more. What does
All right, here we go. Listen.
CEO stand for?
Something executive officer. Is it certified? No.
So he asked, what does CEO stand for?
What does CEO stand for?
Yeah, so something executive officer.
Still, that's pretty good.
But, yeah, not bad, but it's, CEO is chief executive officer. All right, this is where it gets really good.
Chief executive officer. I'll give you that one. How many countries in Africa can you name?
Chad, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Djibouti, Kenya, Libya, Liberia, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda. That's all I can think of right now.
That's amazing. You crushed it.
I know.
Oh my God.
Hello?
I mean, I could probably name 5 or 6 African countries, and I think that's pretty well versed.
Hello? I think she named more than I could name.
Yeah.
Really, I mean
that was
ones I didn't even think of.
I don't think it was set up, but it did cross my mind. Was that pump primed? But that was if that is real, then I'm very impressed with that young lady.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see her appointed to the United Nations
Yes.
because she knows more.
Hey, guess what? There's an opening for our ambassador because the one that was nominated just got yanked because of the margin in the House.
Look her up.
Yeah.
Because she has my vote.
You ready to talk about the fishing deal? Woo-wee, this guy's in trouble.
Oh, what's his name? Brock
Horner.
Brock Horner.
Does anyone know fishing charter captain Brock Horner down in Charlotte County?
Yeah, admittedly, he's not from the Tampa Bay area, but he spends his time down there.
Did I see you with some kind of Charlotte County Sheriff's Office or Punta Gorda police statement on Facebook?
They had to come out and address the situation and be like, stop calling us, damn it. They didn't say it like that, though.
Well, seriously, the Florida Wildlife Commission, so FWC, as well as local law enforcement down in Punta Gorda, they had to tell people, we know about the fishing charter captain run-in. Please stop calling us.
I mean,
they're getting this thing has gone viral. It's a fishing charter captain that I guess is pretty well known down there that flipped out on another boater on the Peace River. And if you're down in Punta Gorda, you know, among the spans of bridges that you go over, you've got the I-75 north and south, and you'll go over the Peace River, that long stretch of bridge. And this happened right underneath 41, which is what, Tamiami Trail. And the 41 bridges are just to the west, closer to the Gulf. And apparently this Brock Horner, this charter captain that had customers on the boat, flipped out because he thought that this other boater didn't have who didn't have the lights on.
What it sounds like is old Brock came barreling under the bridge.
Right.
And there were a couple of vessels under the bridge fishing.
Right. I guess that's a hot spot to fish, is under the bridge, underneath 41 on the Peace River in Punta Gorda.
So he came, it sounds like, and this is what I could surmise, that Brock came through kind of fast.
All right.
And one of the vessels didn't have their lights on. And anyway, there was a big shouting match and it escalated quickly.
I've got the audio. And then I also noticed how many times bro was used on both sides. Hey, Andrew, who used bro more? Was it the angry captain, or was it the 22-year-old kid that was fishing that was getting the extreme side of the captain? Who said bro more? Do you remember?
Andrew, turn it down.
The bro is all the victim. Okay. All right. So
yeah, I heard the younger guy.
He was all bro, I guess. All right. So they get into this altercation, and the kid, the 22-year-old that's on his boat fishing and getting verbally attacked by the charter captain, he's rolling video on his phone, capturing the whole thing.
Thank God he did.
And it started at a distance, but then they come closer, so close that Brock, the crazy maniacal captain, jumps onto the kid's boat. Jumps onto his boat. All right, here's some of the audio of the altercation. How many? Oh, my God. Andrew pulled like 4 clips. This has gone so viral. I had dozens of people send me this yesterday, and this has gone ultra viral, like worldwide, in like 18 hours, 24 hours.
The language is out of control.
Oh, it is.
I mean, Andrew had to spend a lot of time editing this, even for broadcast.
Andrew spent an hour. Seriously, Andrew spent an hour putting this together. All right, here we go. Cut 1. All right, so it starts out there kind of
like 5 in the morning.
They're far apart.
No, that was the dude in that boat.
So he's accused of not having lights on at 5 o'clock in the morning.
He's coming back. He circles back. The other
now,
guy.
Now it's daylight, so the sun is up, and he comes back and he's accusing this kid. Captain Brock's accusing the kid of not having lights on when he came through under the bridge.
Were you the one that came through the middle of the bridge? Was that you? Yeah, I was here, but you ran in front of the other dude over there.
All right,
bro,
so then he says, "You're cussing me out, dude."
Ran right through the middle of the bridge while we were all fishing.
In the middle of the night, the guy didn't have any lights on.
Bro, we were all fishing here.
Didn't have any lights on.
All right, bro, I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. I'm not gonna do this with you, bro. Like, it's not the right time, bro.
You know the laws?
Bro, you can't come flying through the middle of the bridge, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
All right, bro.
All right, so that's cut 1. Then it starts escalating. Michelle, let's get on the escalator. You ready? Here we go.
What am I trying to
What are you trying to do, bro?
You want to go?
I don't want to go. I want you to get...
You want to go? Let's go. You want to go? I don't want to go, bro.
Get the out of here.
Big tough guy?
Tough guy? You pulled up on me,
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Nah, I'm fishing, you like, bro, get out of here. Like what? What are you trying to do? Act like a tough guy in front of your buddies?
No, I'm not. Dude, all these know I'm tough.
Bro, all right, bro.
You know what?
Get going, bro.
We're all war veterans. We're all Rangers.
Well, thank you for your service, bro.
He's saying we're all war veterans. We're all Rangers. So he's claiming that they're what? He's an Army Ranger?
Thank you for your service, bro. But that doesn't give you the right. All right, bro. All right, whatever.
All right. So
all right. So this young man, the guy who was ultimately the victim in all of this, who was doing the recording, he could have disengaged at any time with this guy. I mean,
he kind of keeps it going.
This kid isn't completely not.
But
he's not at fault for the altercation.
But Captain Brock Horner is unhinged.
Right.
All right, here we go. It amps up, and then he jumps into the kid's boat.
Put your lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro.
So the 22-year-old that you're hearing with the louder perspective, he claims that his nav lights were on
the whole time
under the bridge. He's saying it was somebody else
the other guy,
at 5 in the morning that didn't have the nav lights on the boat.
Bro, I said, bro, you almost hit him. The other dude was cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize.
But, bro.
More than you can possibly fathom in your water.
Me?
Is he saying like I'm on the water more than you can possibly fathom?
Yeah, I think he goes into like, I'm out here 300 days a year.
Yeah. Oh, he gets into that.
Yeah.
I'm on the water 300 days a year. All right, here we go. Listen.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
All right,
Every
bro.
day, I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet in your life.
All right, bro.
Cuss me out.
I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet.
Yeah. You're doing a hell of a sales pitch there, Brock.
All right, then here's where the maniacal Brock Horner, the captain, this is when he jumps onto the 22-year-old kid's fishing boat, and then both audio gets really clear, and then you've got the 22-year-old's like now apologizing, and you can see he's like pushing himself back, thinking this captain is going to attack him physically.
All right. He's a madman.
Then he starts begging and apologizing to the guy.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Please, bro. Please, okay, please, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro. Bro, I'm a kid, bro. Please.
Apologize.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
You're gonna cuss me the
all right, bro.
in the middle of the
no, bro. Please, bro. Please, bro.
Back to my boat.
Okay. Please.
You apologize.
I'm sorry, bro. That was not me, bro.
Yes, it was,
I know I was here, but my buddy was
Take
on the
me
boat.
back to my
Yes,
fucking
sir.
boat.
I'm a kid, bro. Please,
I don't
bro.
care.
I think you missed one there, Andrew. I just dumped it.
Give me.
Yes, sir.
You don't do it.
All right, I think you missed an effer. I just hit the dump button, but there was an effer at the end. You did a very nice job with about 200 bleeps, but you missed one effort toward the end, I think.
That's all right.
So, all right, that is insane. All right, so what's happened in the aftermath?
So this guy's entire criminal record has come out.
Oh,
everything about this Brock guy is out
Well,
now.
all right, so
what a piece of crap.
Share what you have on Brock Horner, the charter captain. So what did you find on his previous run-ins with the law?
So a friend of mine puts on their Facebook page his entire rap sheet. Every time he's been arrested, this guy has more mugshots than baseball cards. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I would call him
7,
captain.
For what
8,
types of things?
9.
Hold on. Let's go back. Go back to all his mugshots.
Let's go back.
All right. So what's number one?
Hold on. I get back there. So hold on. Here's number one.
Number one is he was arrested at the age of 24.
For probation violation.
Probation
DUI.
violation, DUI.
I mean, this guy likes to have his.
Then the next arrested mugshot when he was 40 years old, violation of probation or community control. That was in 2016. The next one is 2014. Number one, DUI, unlawful BLD, alcohol, blood alcohol, unlawful blood alcohol level, DUI, alcohol, or drugs. Then in 2010, he had a disorderly conduct.
He's about to have another one.
All right. Then in 2009, probation violation, community, CONTRE, some
community
DUI,
something.
yeah. Then another 09, number 2, violation of probation. Then 08, non-moving traffic violation, driving while license suspended.
That was his first offense, according to this motion.
Oh, my God, back in 08. Oh, and then traffic offense, DUI, alcohol, or drugs, also in 2008. Bond, $7,500. Oh, 03. In 03, he had a felony battery.
That's a long time ago.
But this guy has a lifetime of being a piece of
holy moly.
Possession of a weapon on school grounds.
Wait a minute.
In 03.
In 03, possession. Wow. Then a VOCC battery.
Violation of community control.
Okay, well, thank you, lawyer. Thank you, former prosecutor Michelle.
Okay, what about a VOP? Violation of parole?
Probation. A VOP. He had that. I mean, how many? Wait a minute.
Well, the problem is you know
what?
There's more.
Hold on.
Once you're in the system, you are always in the system.
But wait, there's more.
I mean, you're just not going to get out.
Now we go back to 02, and Captain Brock Horner, petty theft, dealing in stolen property.
So this guy is a real piece of work.
Wow.
He's a mess.
None of his customers know what a piece of crap this guy is by his rap sheet before they hire him.
So, Fester, is that a thing you do? Like you book a charter or to go fishing, and then do you Google the guy to see if there's like a police record?
Well, people you hire all the time, you don't look 20 years in their past, but then something like this happens and you realize, oh my God, you're a terrible person.
So you know what? That's a lesson.
But
don't go fishing.
As the story. I don't like fishing. I'm a scuba diver. Fishing is boring as heck to me. All right, so here's the deal. So as the story has permeated and has really just gone viral in the last day, all kinds of people are commenting on all these message boards, and some people are saying, "Oh man, everyone knows this guy. He's a loose cannon. People hate this guy." Listen, I don't know. I can't speak to that, but it started a whole lot of discussion online. So I go to find his website. Guess what? Totally gone.
Oh, yeah.
His website has been scrubbed. Then his Instagram. So here, I'll hold this up to MJTV. I tried to go to his website, and I got this. Secure connection failed. So his website is gone. Then I tried to go to his Instagram. Look at this. Sorry. Page unavailable. So no Instagram. That's gone. So he's scrubbed like all of his online presence right now.
Completely erased himself.
Right.
His business is closed on the
Google
reviews.
What's the name of his business name was like Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters.
Something like, but if you went to it now, you typed it in, it would come back permanently closed.
Captain Brock Horner, owner of Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters in Punta Gorda. All right.
So here's the Coast Guard putting out messages. Stop calling us.
The Coast Guard, the U.S. Coast Guard, Sector St. Petersburg, put out a Facebook message. The Coast Guard received a report of a dispute between an alleged Coast Guard credentialed mariner and another boater in the U.S. Coast Guard Sector St. Petersburg area of operations. The Coast Guard is authority, blah, blah, blah. As a reminder, social media is not an appropriate reporting method for Marine. Anyway, so they're responding. Then what's the other one? What's Punta Gorda Police?
They said stop calling us because it's going to slow down our efforts.
Yeah. Punta Gorda Police Department put out this on Facebook. The Punta Gorda Police Department is aware of the incident involving a dispute between two adult boaters under the Baron Collier Bridge on April 1st, 2025. A police report has been filed with the department, and the incident is currently under investigation. The event has garnered significant attention on social media, and we are receiving numerous calls to dispatch requesting that the department take action. Please do not call to report this situation.
They know.
It is currently being investigated by both the Punta Gorda Police and FWC. Additional calls to our dispatch could slow our response to situations that require immediate attention. They're getting flooded to their 911 center. It's like hosing up their operation. It's clogging it up. Wow.
Wow. Incredible.
I mean,
what a story. Unbelievable. All right. Next on the MJ Morning Show. Yes. So Joey the Plumber's here. Yeah. Hey, Joey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah.
I love you.
Hold on, Joey. Give him the paperwork, Joe.
Joey,
now we give him the paperwork.
Talking to the microphone.
And talking to that silver thing in front of you.
Joe. I got it.
Joe, talking to that silver thing in front of you.
Yeah, right there.
MJ, I gotta go. For my birthday, guess what I got?
What'd you get for your birthday, Joe?
Cancer in the throat.
Oh, yeah.
And I gotta go down to 87, the hospital.
How old, Joey? How old are you?
79.
Wow.
A good 79, Joe.
So Joey the plumber called us at 6 a.m. this morning.
Yes.
The beginning of the show, and he wanted us to mention a veteran stand down for the homeless, and it's going to be held tomorrow, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the at Bay Pines. So the Bill Young, it's the CW Bill Young VA Medical Center. So show veteran support at Bay Pines Medical for veterans tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., Saturday, April 5th.
There you go, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, I got to go.
Wait, you bet. You do have to go. Listen, we appreciate you listening.
Hey, thank you for coming in.
Give her a job.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you right now.
Give Michelle a job?
She's good. She's good.
Listen.
You have not met a bigger Michelle fan than Plumber Joe over here.
Yeah.
Plumber Joe loves it. All right, go get your medical stuff taken care of.
But also, can I just say thank you for your service?
21 years.
Where,
I love the service.
So you were Air Force, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're wearing an Air Force hat.
Yeah, Red Horse.
When did you serve? What years?
64 to 68. Got out 10 years, married my high school sweetheart.
Aww.
Shut it down, went back. Got
wow.
out 95.
Oh, wow. Wow.
All right, man.
Bill, thank you.
Thank
Joe,
you.
take it easy, pal.
Andrew, show Bill out. Thank you for stopping by, Bill. Have a great day.
Nothing's off the record, Bill.
We're on the air. Tell Andrew.
If you got something to tell him.
Tell Andrew off the record.
What?
Tell Andrew, and Andrew will tell me.
Here, hold on. I'm going to walk out with you. I'm walking out.
You find out what's off the record, Fester. Come back and report.
Off the record, I've got 4 microphones open in the studio. We're live on the air. Hey, that's great. Reminds me of my grandfather, you know?
I know.
He told me his retirement pension.
All right.
Let me tell you.
All right, no, don't. It's off the record.
He's doing all right.
All right,
he's doing all right.
Fine.
All right.
All right, Andrew, help him out. All right, that's fantastic. All right. We just pop right into the studio anytime you want. All right. Now, remember the pineapple trick? Man, it is hot as balls in here, man.
Oh, can you say that on the air?
Yes, it is. Oh, God, it is. The studio is just miserable. All right, remember the pineapple trick at the supermarket? Remember that whole deal? The upside-down pineapple?
At the supermarket?
Yeah, so
What is that?
we've talked about this in the past.
Upside down pineapple was like a tattoo.
No,
I thought it was a symbol.
Yeah,
it is a symbol.
Like a
Like a
swinger
sign.
symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, in your cart, if you put the pineapple upside down.
Oh, who's doing this at the grocery store?
That's where this upside down pineapple in the shopping cart originated from.
That's gross.
Who does this, though? I mean, one person puts out a story and it gets picked up, and now you're making it sound like it's things that legions of people are doing.
Listen to this. Couple walks into Aldi.
Okay.
Oh, that's Fester's favorite grocery store.
It is my favorite grocery
Guy turns the pineapple upside down. So the guy's with his wife, and as a joke, he puts the pineapple upside down in the shopping cart.
Oh, that's a real funny joke.
Yeah, it's hysterical right there. Yeah. Nate. I guess the guy's name is Nate, or Nate's 1980 is their account. Anyway, the husband standing in the wine aisle at Aldi with an upside-down pineapple in his shopping cart. And she posts online, when your husband tries to be funny and walks around Aldi with an upside-down pineapple, it gets really interesting. And according to Men's Health magazine, the pineapple upside down or right side up can indicate a person is non-monogamous or part of a couple looking to participate in adult activities with other couples.
Okay,
and folks, that is often known as
swinging.
It is swinging. That is what it is.
Are you sure it's not seesawing?
That's something a little different.
I mean,
no, it's Hollywood swinging. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. What did you say?
it seems like this sort of symbol or signal is only available to you to use in the grocery store.
Well, where else are you going to walk around with an upside-down pineapple?
I mean, is that the place that you're picking up other couples for swinging?
Well, here's the thing. You never know where you're going to meet somebody. And
You
it's
know
just
what?
an opportunity.
I'm running around Marshall's with an upside-down pineapple.
I know, right? Like, where else are you going to do this?
Yeah.
All right, so this explains a lot.
I'm at Macy's with an upside-down pineapple.
Last week, I was at Sam's Club.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I bought a pineapple. And I'm walking around the whole store with my big old Hawaiian shirt and a pineapple in my cart.
And a bunch of women that are chubby chasers came after you, right?
They were women thrown up in the aisle. They're like,
I mean, it seems more practical to get like a baseball cap and have the upside down pineapple.
Yeah, open for business.
Right? Because then you could just walk around all the time.
Isn't the pineapple like a pineapple at your front door or a pineapple? Isn't it like a sign of hospitality or
So what about
welcome?
The shirts, like the shirts with pineapples? I think that's been something in the past as well. So Men's Health also says you might see this symbol in your neighborhood, at the grocery store, social media, dating apps. If some accounts are accurate, you indeed get approached at the grocery store, possibly with the pineapple in your cart, either right side up or upside down. So, wait a minute. I can't go just buy a pineapple without someone taking it as a symbol?
I double dog dare you.
What?
Go through the grocery store with an upside down pineapple in your cart.
You know what I'm going to do?
Let's get a cart full of pineapples.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Let's shoot a video. I'll put like 20 upside down pineapples in the cart and push it around.
Okay, I think that's probably a little like overdoing it obvious.
No, Michelle.
I think you just put the one and then you like just keep cruising around the grocery store.
Have a really creepy smile on my face.
And you say hi to all the ladies as you're passing in the aisle.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, see my pineapple?
Ooh, look at my pineapple.
My pineapples.
Pineapples are really good.
All prickly.
So remember we had a story of a young woman who loved pineapples and thought, it was like her spirit fruit, and she had a pineapple tattooed on her forearm where the piney part was by the wrist and the bottom part was by her elbow, right? And she would look at it and see a pineapple, but everybody else saw an upside down pineapple because of the way her arm hangs, and they all thought she was a swinger.
Oh, wait a minute. It just dawned on me.
What?
We did the story some months ago. Cruise ships were banning people from putting the upside down pineapple as decorations on their staterooms on the ships. They were using like pineapple stickers or a pineapple printout and putting it on their cabin door on cruise ships. We did the story.
Yeah.
It's a thing, man.
I just want to go back to Fester. Did you say a spirit fruit?
Yeah, you don't have a spirit fruit?
No.
What the hell is a spirit fruit?
It's like if you were going to be a fruit, what fruit would you be?
Oh!
What is wrong with you?
I just invented it. But
no. Oh, is that like what kind of dog would you be?
People have like
no, that's what type of animal would you be?
What type of animal?
Have you
I'm
ever
sorry.
heard of a
That's right.
spirit animal?
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, no.
Yeah, my spirit dog.
Fester wants to name his spirit fruit.
Yeah, but a spirit fruit's a new thing. Like, is there one fruit that you like? Your spirit fruit, MJ, would probably be like a firm blueberry.
What?
What? That's because that's the one he likes the most?
I guess.
Does it have to be the one you like the most?
I don't know. It could
Firm,
be whatever,
crunchy blueberry.
whatever one embodies you.
You're turning violet. All right, so that's the pineapple deal. You want to hear about a maniac? You hear about the maniac that apparently is a Scarlett Johansson stalker, and now he's threatened to go into the Saturday Night Live audience with a bomb and blow it up? Because why?
Oh, her husband works there.
Because Scarlett Johansson's husband is that smug Colin Jost on Weekend Update.
All right, so what if I told you I actually find Colin Jost very funny?
I do. Listen,
it took a while for me to warm up to him, but now that I'm there, I really like him.
I didn't mean smug in a derogatory fashion.
Because it's usually used as a compliment.
Hey, no, but
how you doing, you smug son of a gun?
I think Colin Jost does that kind of on purpose, right? Like he's got that like I'm a Harvard grad, come from money kind of guy.
I mean, a complete opposite from Michael Che.
Yes,
next to him, like
but he is a silver spoon Harvard grad, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So listen to this: Scarlett Johansson's alleged stalker has been arrested for threatening to bomb the Saturday Night Live studio. Wow. Michael Joseph Branham. You ought to see a picture of this guy. Hey, Fester, bring up the shot so Michelle can comment on this. Bring up his mugshot of what this. Oh, look right there.
Oh, look at that.
Look at this guy right there. Scroll it up so Michelle. Oh, look at that.
Is he sticking his tongue out in court?
Oh my God.
He's in court. Tell you what, how many more live shows are left for Saturday Night Live this season? Because they typically end by mid-May with the live season.
So maybe
so
5 or 6?
Maybe, probably less. Maybe 4 or 5. Maybe there are 4 or 5 more lives left.
I'm way off.
You know what the security situation is going to be like? They're probably going to add extra layers of security now. Michael Joseph Branham, 48, who has the word Scarlet tattooed with a heart on his torso.
No. Hold on. Not Scarlet with a heart. Scarlet with the heart organ. Look at this tattoo.
Yeah, with the left and right ventricle hanging out.
Like not like a heart like I Love You Valentine's Day.
No.
It's like the heart out of your chest heart.
Yeah, and then it's got like a sunburst behind it. Oh, my God. So this guy was busted in Manhattan on Wednesday for allegedly text messaging the remarks. Listen to this. He texted this. To apparently Scarlett. How does he have Scarlett Johansson's? I would imagine it's to her. He allegedly texted, quote, in all caps, "The next time you hear from me," and by the way, here is H-E-R-E. The next time you hear, not H-E-A-R. The next time you hear from me, I will be on CNN for exploding a bomb in Saturday Night Live audience.
He didn't text it to her.
Texted to a messaging service at some online university. What? Where he attends.
Right.
Yeah, because I was wondering, how would he have Scarlett Johansson's number to text it?
Okay.
This guy's nuts.
Well, did you see what his lawyer said in defense?
Well, apparently, wherever he texted that, they then went to NBC Security and NBC Universal Security at 30 Rock. They went to the Midtown North Precinct to report the threat to police.
Okay. That's pretty scary.
God, man. So his charges include false reporting of an incident, held on $100,000 cash or $300 bond bail. This guy, Branham, has 4 outstanding warrants in Kentucky, was arrested in the city for the threat, which prosecutors said was based off a personal obsession with Scarlett Johansson. So he was arraigned last night, actually, in Manhattan criminal court on felony charges, false reporting, making the threat of mass harm. So he's being held on a pretty significant bond right now. What else? Oh, his public defender, Jamie Niskanen Singer of Legal Aid, asked for lower bail, arguing that the obsessed fan has been scammed in the past by people posing as Johansson online, and that the apparent scammers could be behind the SNL threat. He has given out information. He may have been hacked, Your Honor. Oh, sure. You know what it sounds like, though? It sounds like maybe he was scammed by someone pretending to be Scarlett Johansson online. Maybe he got taken for some coin or something. I mean, you got all these people. You know, we've talked about this. The people that think that they're getting texts, from Brad Pitt or something. And you got women that go gaga, and Brad Pitt needs emergency money. So like some women will send Western Union to like Africa, all their life savings because Brad Pitt needed a loan. It's like, what are you doing? What kind of idiot do you have to be to fall for that crap?
You know, Brad needs some cash.
Anything else, Michelle, that you saw?
Well, they're trying to say that that's the only evidence, but as Fester pointed out, he's got a huge tattoo that says Scarlett.
Yep.
And also, he's been stalking her for a year. And there was some issue in California, and her lawyer failed to serve him properly or serve him in time or something.
But he doesn't have a heart tattoo like the stylized, the Valentine's-looking heart. He has what appears to be a real rendition of the actual organ with veins and ventricles and all kinds of purple, arteries coming out of the top of it. Right. It's like, what the hell?
It's a very disturbing tattoo.
It's a very anatomically correct, disturbing heart tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly. Anyway, that's scary crap.
And he's scary looking.
He is.
I mean, if I were her, I would be afraid.
All right, man. You just can't be a celebrity without some cuckoo coming after you.
Nope. You sure can.
Absolutely amazing. All right, 8:24 at the MJ Morning Show. Still just wedged right in the middle of over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So a lot of yacker, a lot of yammerage on the tariff situation. And, we don't know how everything's going to end or where things are going to land. Stock market yesterday got hammered, and, many of our listeners have 401ks. So, yeah, just don't look at your 401ks. I don't know how long it's going to take for this to bounce. Where are the futures now? Have you seen what have the futures have any bounce back, or the futures down again today? Oh my God. Dow futures tumble a second day. So Dow futures are down 1,100 points again right now. The market opens up 9:30 on Wall Street. So market opens up in an hour and 5 minutes, and futures are already down another 2.8% or 1,100 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Average right now. Wow.
What are we, CNBC over here? I mean, honestly.
Well, no, the reason why I'm bringing this up is,
just read the headline.
Listen, hey,
in the weeds.
guys, let me give you real world crap here. I'm just setting it up. All right. So we don't know where prices are going to fall with all of the imported goods. I saw a story last night that the tariffs could force Apple to jam up the price of an iPhone to over $2,000.
Yeah. Well,
is that really much of a stretch?
Well,
what is it now? 1,800?
No.
I think it's like $1,200.
No, like average iPhone. Listen, I don't have an iPhone. You and I both do Android,
right?
But that would get whacked as well because
what's the Android going to be?
Guess what?
Right.
Our Androids, because right now Michelle and I are rocking the Pixel 8 Pro, and I typically get us new Androids every 2 years. So this August, because they've been moving, it used to be October for the Androids, the Pixels from Google, but they've been moving to August. But here's what's bad. My phone is not made in China. So China's getting whacked with a high tariff, but Vietnam, our Pixels are made in Vietnam, and Trump right now has a 46% tariff on items from Vietnam. I'm not gonna pay an additional nearly 50% more for the phone.
What phone is manufactured in the United States?
The Zero phone.
I'm just asking. Just asking.
It's the nothing phone. There no phone. And are we going to bring all this manufacturing back to the United States? I think it's highly unlikely. Some maybe, but not to the extent where we can continue about our normal lives without homes shelling out 4, 5, 10. They're saying that cars, on average, are going to go up $3,000 to $5,000, and some cars, like imports, could be $15,000 to $20,000 more expensive on just the tariff costs. I mean, that's unsustainable for us and our economy. So we have to see, we have to see where this ends. But I just thought it was interesting that Apple iPhones might be priced over $2,000 now because of the tariffs. Again, let me mention Brett Gardner's son, Miller. My heart breaks for Brett Gardner, the former Yankee.
Okay.
Not really familiar with his career, to be quite honest, but to hear that his 14-year-old son died in this resort in Costa Rica, and the medical examiner said it was carbon monoxide poisoning. Remember, we had the story earlier in the week that the resort tried to say, nope, there wasn't one bit of carbon monoxide. And now the final report is out. Final confirmation, toxicology results are in. Costa Rican officials announced Wednesday that the 14-year-old son of former Yankee Brett Gardner died from carbon monoxide inhalation while vacationing with the family. The test showed a saturation of 64%.
So I have a question.
Concentrations above 50% are already lethal.
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently his room was next to some work room, like a maintenance room or something, and they're suggesting that that's how it came in.
Yeah.
But the family had said that he had been sick earlier, maybe like a few days before that. He'd come down with some illness, and so I think what they're suggesting is that because he was in his room sleeping multiple nights, right? His saturation level
was higher.
Kept increasing and increasing. So would he be exhibiting I guess you just said, what is it? 60% is what they determine. If he had, let's say,
64.
and I don't know, if you sleep in a room that is moderately being,
CO2'd,
right, CO2, do you then exhibit?
Not CO2.
Well,
CO'd.
CO'd.
Yeah, CO2 is carbon dioxide.
Thanks for the science.
Like carbonation in your Coke.
But my question is,
or the stuff we exhale after using the oxygen.
After he's one night sleeping in the room and he maybe has like 10 or 20%, is he exhibiting signs of an illness? And then the next night, so then he kind of recovers a little bit, but then the next night he goes in and he gets another 20%. So then he's like 30%. Is he progressively appearing ill?
Other people in the room showed signs of being sick or didn't feel well.
I don't recall seeing that.
No, that's true. So the I guess the family was not feeling well.
Huh.
But did you say that when he was
poisoned to an extent over several days?
Right. That's what I'm asking.
But the rest of the family did not get lethal CO, carbon monoxide.
Yeah.
Did you say that his room or his sleeping arrangement was closer to the maintenance?
That's what I read.
closet?
Is that his room was next door to the maintenance. So I guess they were suggesting in the article that I read that there was some.
He must have gotten higher, parts per million, and
so you can have a low level saturation and just appear sick.
Yes,
is my question.
Feel unwell.
Right.
Yes. Not like you'd want to feel when you're on vacation.
Right.
I mean, because the family kept saying like he came down with an illness.
Right. Headache, sluggishness, drowsiness,
and you wouldn't know that that's what it's from if it's just a slow. Situation.
So apparently the family was getting like a slow dose and it was affecting them a little bit, but not enough to be lethal, whereas he got the lead. Anyway, the reason why I'm bringing this back up is, and part of the reason why I'm a little slow responding to emails, I'm telling you, I've got like 200 emails, and that doesn't even cover the DMs I have on my Instagram at Certified MJ Radio. And I'm cutting and pasting at this point. People are saying, MJ, what's the carbon monoxide detector that you've always talked about? I've been talking about carbon monoxide detector that I travel with. I even have, we have hardwired in the house, but I even have portables sitting around our house. But I travel with this little carbon monoxide detector. It's, the size of like a garage door opener. And I just shove it in my luggage. So wherever we go, I have it with us in a hotel, motel environment.
So on the MJ Morning Show Facebook page, I took it upon myself, being the diligent employee, to put a link to the Kita carbon monoxide detector with the 10-year sealed battery.
Right.
And that's the one we talk about on the radio. So if you go to our Facebook page, type in MJ Morning Show, throw us a follow if you like, but you'll see a link. I think you scroll down one or two things, and it says many people have asked for it, so here it is. And this is the link.
And that's it. And right now on Amazon, it's like $38 or $37.99. What's it went up since last night.
It was 37 something the other day.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess the algorithm jammed it up because so many people are buying the damn things. So it's still it's $39.01, so it's under $40, and you don't have to worry about a battery because it's a sealed 10-year lithium-ion battery. And listen, when it goes dead, you'll get the battery warning in 8 to 10 years or whatever.
You buy a new
you
one.
just chuck it out and buy a new one. But it's the Kita carbon monoxide detector with 10-year battery, digital display, 3 LEDs, replacement indicator, peak level memory, and Amazon has it for $39.01. And this is a great investment. Get one for the whole family, for crying out loud.
And we're not some crappy radio show that has like some affiliate link where we're getting like 50 cents for everyone you buy.
Zero.
Yeah,
we're not
smart enough to figure out how to monetize this. Because if we could, we would.
Fester, that's your assignment over the weekend.
Get an affiliate link on Amazon.
Where you have to disclose, and we might profit from mentioning that. No, we're getting nothing.
Just put a little hashtag ad, and that's all you need to do.
Do you know that if Brett Gardner's family had this $39 carbon monoxide detector in the room, it would have been chirping and blaring and going off, and they would have known. So, I'm telling you, I'm getting hammered. And then you had the 3 girls from, California. They were in Belize, I think, and they died of carbon monoxide during spring break.
Right.
So get the detector, please. People make fun of me.
There's so many things
about
to make
how
fun
many
of you.
I've brought this up for years and years on the show.
Who's making fun fun of you.
Hey, you hear that guy on the radio that carries a carbon monoxide detector?
Yeah.
Fester, you've made fun of me, you lug.
I'm making fun of you right now. Anyway, I know this tool bag guy on the radio show. Says it's about the size of a deck of cards, and he keeps it in his pocket of his backpack, wherever it goes.
Yes.
All right, can we talk about...
He went over to the Philippines to dance with the she-boys, and he had a carbon monoxide detector over there.
I went to the Philippines to scuba dive, not dance with the she-boys.
That's what the she-boys call it. You want to scuba dive?
It's code.
Yeah. You want to snorkel?
I would get a dick detector then, okay?
Oh, okay.
Dick detector's going on.
Oh, get the hell out of here. All right.
Well,
listen, go to Facebook, type in MJ Morning Show.
And follow us. By the way,
Yeah.
we don't mention our Facebook page a lot. Fester runs that, and we've got like 30,000 followers on Facebook. So if you don't follow the MJ Morning Show Facebook account, Fester keeps up on that pretty much every day. So give us a follow on Facebook. And you know what? I'll also put it up on my... You know what? I'm going to shoot a video later. I'm going to shoot a video later today with the carbon monoxide detector, and I'll post it up on my Instagram. Michelle, remind me to do that when we get home.
Yesterday, I commissioned some new MJ Morning Show art.
Yeah, who's doing this? So you got me in the little Easter bunny outfit.
You look scared.
Running through blades of grass like in an Easter egg roll.
And then look at the little Easter egg with headphones on it.
Who
Looks evil.
Who did this?
The guy that I don't have to pay. We don't have a budget for it, so
yeah, we have no budget.
So I got a guy who has the old school Photoshop edit. I'm like, hey, make MJ look like a rabbit. Okay, here you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, great weekend to go car shopping. This is not a commercial. This is just a public service announcement. So with all the tariffs and the uncertainty on car pricing, Ford has just announced employee A-plan pricing for everyone. And I do commercials, and I endorse Veterans Ford. And Lorenzo, who's the GM over there and the managing partner, he tipped me off to this a couple of days ago that it was coming down the pike. And it started, I guess, yesterday.
That's cool.
So you can go to Veterans Ford, and now through June 2nd, it's employee pricing. So like the guy that works or the woman that works at the plant for Ford, the price they pay as an employee is what everyone in America can now, for a limited time, get the employee pricing from Ford right now. And I recommend you go to Veterans Ford. So great weekend to go car shopping. Veterans Ford, Linebaugh, and the Veterans Expressway, and get the employee pricing. And please tell them that you heard about it on the MJ Morning Show. Simple as that. Got Final Four rolling in. So we've got a women's game tonight and... Yes. Sunday, right? So tonight, let's see, I've got the schedule. So tonight, women's Final Four, downtown Tampa and Amalie. You'll have Texas and South Carolina women's basketball at 7 o'clock. And then it'll be UConn, the Huskies, and UCLA. What are they, Bruins?
Yes.
UCLA Bruins, they'll be 9 o'clock tonight. And then the finals, whoever wins each, the finals will be Sunday at Amalie. Is that correct?
Yes, and that's where they'll crown the women's basketball champion.
All right, then the men's will be Saturday night, and the finals for the men's will be Monday night.
Yes.
For final, and I can't wait for this to be over because my wife is freaking nuts. It's not March Madness. It's Michelle freaking Madness. Michelle Madness.
You know what? This only lasts for 3 weeks.
Hijacking every TV in the house. Putting on parental controls to lock me out.
That's a regular thing.
I will
anyway.
say,
yes.
The Final Four women's team each have very unfortunate mascots for a female team.
Really?
Oh, there's the
like Harvey Weinstein. Well, what are the mascots?
The Longhorns,
right?
The Gamecocks.
Oh,
so the she team Gamecocks,
right?
The Bruins.
Well, maybe there are some Filipino lady boys on there.
I don't know. So the Bruins, which is a big burly bear, and the Huskies, which isn't a flattering term for any female anything at any time.
All right, so great to have Final Four in the Tampa Bay area. You know, obviously boosts the local economy, and we can always use an economy boost. I wonder if they're going to update the Ozempic jingle.
To what?
Well, hang on. Let me demonstrate it for you. Hang on, let me bring up the Ozempic jingle. I've got it here somewhere. Hold on, here we go. All right, ready? I want to know if they're going to update. Wait, where's my longer one? I need my longer Ozempic jingle. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Hang on a minute. I got to find the right. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. Hey, Andrew, where's my long Ozempic jingle? Why can't I find the damn thing?
Yeah, the full length song.
Yeah, no, the full one. I'm trying to find it. I can't find the damn thing. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so I want to know if Ozempic is going to update their jingle. Let me demonstrate for you live right now. Here we go. All right, got the build up here. All right, here. Let me get ready. Here we go. Oh, my hair is falling out. You think they're going to update that?
No.
I mean, it depends what body part. That could be a selling feature.
Oh, my hair is freaking falling out. So, Ozempic and other weight loss drugs apparently are causing hair loss?
Is that the reason why? I heard of like really fat people who lost weight lose hair because the hair follicles are still fat.
Semaglutide medications like Ozempic and Wegovy have exploded in popularity, but research has revealed that there are some negative side effects. Now, gastrointestinal issues are the most common side effect. Recent study linked to the GLP-1, whatever the chemical composition is, the class of drugs, including the semaglutides. But researchers analyzed data from 16 million patients, and this is another apparent side effect of the drug that people are saying that overall 50% more likely to experience hair loss.
Okay, can I just say?
Yeah.
First of all, you got to read a little more into this. When you're not eating, you're not putting the proper or as many nutrients in your body, you'll experience hair loss.
Oh, to support hair health?
Yeah. And also you're losing weight at the same time, which is causing your body to have a little bit of stress or extreme stress, and that can also trigger hair loss.
That's what I'm talking about. When fat people lose a lot of weight, the hair follicles haven't quite caught up.
Listen, I'm just passing along what I read.
According to AI, which I'm actually finding this Google AI to be very informative.
Will you stop it with
while
your AI? It's still experimental, isn't it?
But they're correct when they say while semaglutide isn't directly the cause of hair loss, studies suggest rapid weight loss may be the underlying factor in losing hair.
Hey, Michelle, I mentioned this earlier, and you said Chloe uses this, and I didn't know that.
I did?
Yeah. Hailey Bieber. So Justin Bieber's wife, Hailey Bieber, explores the sale of her makeup brand Rhode. And Hailey Bieber might be able to sell her cosmetic brand for $1 billion? And then you mentioned when you saw the story in my pile that Chloe, our daughter, buys this brand?
I think I saw some, packaging or something.
I mean, these companies, MJ, that you don't think are worth that insane amount of money.
Yeah, but
you scale it up. If they're doing a couple of $100 million in sales.
Well, yeah, listen, the multiple works,
Yeah.
But who was it that also made a fortune? Was
Kylie.
it Kylie Jenner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These companies that sell just a couple of tens of millions of dollars worth
You know
of
what?
products.
I need to come up with MJ Kick-Ass Cosmetics or something.
Yeah, you should.
It's a terrible name.
I mean, once you build it up and then you have to be very active on Instagram and always promoting like the latest lip color and, the latest eyeshadow, what's in style trend and the lashes. Like, how are you going to model the mascara?
Let me tell you right now.
Or the eyeliner.
Let me tell you right now.
You start doing makeup videos, MJ. I'll buy it.
All right, let me tell you right now. The radio gravy train ended a while ago.
Yeah. So now you're going to move into cosmetics?
Yeah. I'm not doing this for the money anymore because the radio industry, listen, all media. I mean, hey, the print and newspaper industry, they have it much worse than radio. But radio and TV, it's just not the same as what it used to be. Mm-hmm. And listen, a successful show, and I did very, very well for many, many years. But right now, I think I'm losing money standing here.
It's actually costing me money.
I think it's costing me money to stand here for 4 hours a morning. Mm-hmm. So the gravy trade is over. It's been over for a while. So I got to find some new avenues, and I'm thinking I need to start a cosmetic line and sell it for $1 billion.
All right, so here's the thing. You make jokes, but you know what? If you strategically started a line and had Chloe be the face of it and start with a social media campaign and build a small following and then build a little bit of a bigger following and then get an influencer to make a couple of posts about it and get a little bit of a bigger following.
I got it. I got the name. I'm not going to say it. I've got the name. I have the name.
Do you want to write it down for me?
Yes.
Or you could text it to me.
No.
Whatever's quicker.
Oh yeah, I'll text you right now. Hang on.
Yeah, so you don't forget it.
Yeah, hang on a minute.
That's a good name.
All right.
You have to text it.
Ignore the first text because those are notes that I made in your text thing. So I just sent that.
What is that?
Hang on. Here's the name of the cosmetic company. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. I need a hyphen in there. Tell me what you think of it. All right. Cosmetics. All right. So cosmetics. All right. Here it is. Tell me what you think of the name.
Oh my God.
Do you like it? Do you like it?
Oh, yes, that's so funny.
Isn't it a great name?
It is a great name.
Yes, welcome to the MJ and Michelle Inside Baseball Talk.
I just came out. I have a great name for
tell her during the commercial.
I have a great name for our cosmetic company.
I can't be talking about this and leave out me and every other listener.
So, can I just point out though that if you're going to be the face of it, you actually have to take care of your face.
You got to pop that hideous ingrown hair you have under your beard line.
Right, like you can't go in the sun without sunscreen and
Anyway, I'm telling you. So I see Hailey Bieber could be selling her makeup brand Rhode, RHODE, for $1 billion. I'm starting a cosmetic line.
But understand, these aren't joke names. Craphead Cosmetics.
You know what?
That's not what it is.
I need a cosmetics formulation expert. If you're listening to
I know one.
To contact. Do you really?
Yeah.
Who?
It was a tutor that we had in New York. The mover's daughter.
Wait, who is a cosmetics formulation expert?
Yep.
Oh, the mover we used. That's right.
His daughter works for one of the big companies, and that was her goal to make her own line.
But she probably can't.
No, she's like a scientist kind of person.
I know she's a scientist, but she's working for another company now.
You want to hire her?
Yes.
I'll ring her up.
Get a hold. Do you know how to get a hold of her?
Of course.
Get a hold of her. I'm telling you, we're launching a cosmetics line, and we're going to sell it for $1 billion in about 5 years.
Fantastic. We're going to need about $20 million in startup capital, though. So,
hey, Fester, could you do the business plan this weekend? I know you've done this before.
Stroke that check. You'd be better off if you started your own whiskey line. Seriously,
No, that's pretty crowded. Cosmetics,
cosmetics is crowded.
Cosmetics, no, there's the people.
Nope, I think it's the same.
Have you been to an Ulta?
Yeah. Dude, I'm joking around. Yes, the cosmetics market is very, very crowded. All right, so I want to move on here, and this has got to be the worst grandmother of all time. I mean,
all time?
This is sad. Yeah, there's nothing. This is just sad. The worst freaking grandmother of all time. Grandma tied to the deaths of 2 of her grandchildren in separate incidents.
That's a bad grandma.
Oh my God, that's a movie. Wasn't it Bad Grandpa?
Yeah.
Bad Grandma.
It's a sequel.
This is terrible. The Hardee County woman that was charged in the death of her infant granddaughter after the infant was left in a hot car was sentenced yesterday to 5 years in prison. Wow. The jury earlier this year acquitted Tracy Nix, N-I-X. Let me tell you what. I'm going to nix her watching my grandkids. How about that?
Yeah, she doesn't have to worry about that.
Or watching my kids.
Ever again.
Yeah. So a jury acquitted Tracy Nix of aggravated manslaughter of a child. That was earlier this year, but she just was found guilty yesterday of leaving a child in a hot car unattended for longer than 15 minutes, causing great bodily harm. 7-month-old was placed in grandma's care back in November of 2022, and the infant died because the infant was left in a hot car for hours.
It's terrible.
But it gets worse. The grandmother was also involved in the death of the child's other kid. This family, they've lost 2 kids at the hands of the grandmother.
That one was before the hot car.
Yes, before the hot car, another child drowned. So in the recent case for the hot car infant death, the judge said that the evidence of the previous drowning could not be brought into the trial because it might prejudice the jury. Damn right it would.
I mean, if I'm on the jury and I hear you've already taken out one of your other grandchildren,
Oh my
and now this comes
God.
along, we're throwing the book at you.
Holy crap, worst grandma ever.
I mean, is she just like beside herself in grief? I mean, this is
I
awful.
don't even know.
So after the grandma is tied to the drowning death of grandchild number 1, you let grandma watch your new next child? What?
Yeah.
All right, Mom, we're going to give you a second chance.
No, you're out. You're out. You're done.
No, well, listen, just keep the kid away from pools and we're cool. Why don't you take the kid for a drive?
I mean, grandmothers don't kill one child, let alone 2 grandchildren.
Fester, you want to know what the judge said?
What?
She was showing no remorse for what has happened.
And
that it was, obviously it was not an isolated incident. She should have been showing a little more,
I mean, just a mess of sobbing and,
No.
it's incredible.
Right.
I do not understand this story at all.
I don't either.
You sound like a mess of mumble mouth over there. You okay?
I don't really appreciate you bringing up you son of a bitch.
Sorry.
But she should really be a little more apologetic.
It's enough. It's enough. It's enough.
Enough for what?
I guess what desperate singles are doing right now. Think about where we are. Today is Friday, April 4th. Singles across the country are desperate for this, and they're actually turning to dating apps for help with this. This seems kind of usurious, doesn't it? It's Gen Z primarily. What do you think Gen Z is doing right now in April as we head toward mid-April? What do you think they're doing online, dating-wise, dating apps?
I'm 30 years away from being single. I have no idea.
But
Come on.
Searching for something else other than the date. What could they be?
Well, if you come on over and you could do yard work for me.
No, but keep going. It's not yard work.
Help me clean my house.
No,
gardening.
No, he just said gardening.
I said yard work.
You said yard work. That's not the same. And you
Yes,
said
it
it's
is.
close.
Gardening and yard work is the same.
I will date you if you can fix my car.
No.
I mean, what?
I'm giving you the clues.
I don't know.
Mid-April.
Mid-April? What happens?
Pressure washing.
No. What does pressure washing have to do with mid-April?
I mean, if you want to be an Easter bunny for me?
No.
Let's
when is Easter this year?
It's in
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Dude.
Dude.
Do you want to help me push rocks around my house?
I think Easter's a Thursday this year. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking.
The restaurants won't be crowded
Come
on that
on.
day.
Come on.
No,
It's freaking taxes.
okay.
Gen Z, they're going to the dating apps. They're trying to find date matches that can help them do their taxes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm not making this up. Peak tax season. Young American singles, Gen Z primarily, are looking for an accountant to help with taxes. So what's your occupation? Accountant. Okay, let's go. Let's go on a date.
How are you?
Yay.
In the search terms, you put accountant.
Yeah. So you get them to buy you dinner, do your 1040 EZ, and then you ghost them.
Dude, this is the wrong time to try to book a date with an accountant.
Oh, yeah.
If he's worth it or she's worth their...
my accountant, Steve, is so ornery this time of the year.
Same with mine.
Oh, my God.
No. He's ornery with you.
All right, I got a break. All right, quick one. This brings to a close an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, the 9 o'clock hour is on. Don't be tricked by a fake PayPal scheme. Americans refusing to buy eggs right now. Oh, if you're going to like hold up a restaurant, shouldn't you do it more like Honey Bunny from Pulp Fiction?
Yes.
Listen, you got to hear this armed robbery at a restaurant deal. It's insane. All right. Also, what's going on with TikTok tomorrow? Oh, flight attendant says the worst possible thing to a passenger on a Delta flight. This is insane. All next, MJ Morning Show, 104.7 FM, Q105. My 9 o'clock hour has arrived.
Y'all ready for this?
What? What's? Well, hold on. What are you all pantied up in a wad? All good.
I'm not pantied up in a wad, but somebody is.
What did I do? What's going on,
Andrew?
I'm sitting here. We're coming back from we're coming back from break, and Fester's giving me all kinds of hand motions, like you're having some kind of seizure over there.
I don't want you to go down some other. I want to address something before it gets too late.
What?
Earlier in the show.
What?
Earlier in today's show.
Yes.
You said to our producer Andrew, who is the hardest working guy here, Andrew, give me nothing but bros.
Oh, I didn't do the bros.
He worked on it for an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh!
And we did the whole charter captain segment. The Brock
Andrew, why? I was looking at it. I got distracted. Andrew, why wouldn't you say to me in my ear, "Don't forget about the bros"?
We moved on to something else.
But just
you got distracted.
All Andrew has to do is say, "Don't forget about the bros."
Andrew is ready to break off his own arm and punch himself in the head. I mean, he's so mad right now. He's so frustrated. He put so much effort into this. I am dying to hear it. And you just glossed right over it.
Andrew, if I forget something or I get distracted, just say, "Don't forget about the brotage."
You can interrupt the show and just tell us something.
The bro montage. All right. So an hour ago, we were talking about the maniac fishing charter captain down in Punta Gorda. This has gone totally viral.
Videos
it's
everywhere.
All over social media. It's everywhere. This Captain Brock Horner.
Brock Horner.
From Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters goes nuts over what he thinks is a kid that didn't have his nav lights on, and they get it. 22-year-old young man.
He's a man. He's a young man. He's not a kid. He's a young man.
This happened on the Peace River, right under the 41, the Tamiami Trail Bridge.
I mean, you can see the bridge in the background. They're floating around the pilings.
It's right down around in Punta Gorda, right underneath the bridge for 41, just to the west of where the bridges for I-75 go over the Peace River. And they get into this altercation. They're yelling. Then this crazy charter captain jumps into the kid's boat. And I had said earlier that I lost track of how many times bro was used. Bro. And all the bros are from the kid that's getting verbally attacked. And then the guy jumps into the kid's boat. Well, 22-year-old young man. So I asked Andrew to put together a whole montage of bros. and I forgot to play. I played the 4 cuts of the altercation, but I didn't play the brotage.
Play one cut of the altercation just to let people hear it if they haven't heard it before.
All right, here's one cut of the altercation. All right, here it is.
Put your lights on.
Bro, my lights were on. I wasn't sitting there. Okay, that's not my dude, bro. Bro, I said, bro, you almost hit him. The other dude was cussing you out.
I almost hit him because he didn't have his lights on.
Bro, you shouldn't come flying through the middle of the bridge. You know people fish here, bro. I'm sorry, man. I don't know if that's what you want to hear, bro.
Yeah, you should apologize.
But, bro.
More than you can possibly fathom in your water.
Me too, bro. I'm out here all the time, bro.
I'm 300 days a year on the water.
All right,
Every
bro.
day, I'm the best charter captain you will ever meet in your
I'm the best charter captain you'll ever meet.
So the whole thing escalates. Eventually, the angry guy comes on the younger guy's boat, and it becomes a whole deal.
Now, the Coast Guard's investigating. Florida Wildlife is investigating. The Punta Gorda Police Department is investigating. I think even Yamaha and Mercury Engines are investigating.
Evan Rude wants nothing to do with this guy. But the amazing thing in this audio is, the young man kept it going by keep instigating this guy.
But I kept counting. Like, I lost count at how many bros. So I asked Andrew to put together the bro montage.
Andrew, did you count the bros? Do you know how many bros there was?
You know, we ought to do like guess the number of jelly beans in the jar. Guess the number of bros in this. All right, here's the bro montage.
Bro.
Oh my God, that's my favorite audio clip ever. Andrew, that is excellent. Good job.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so pissed off I didn't play this an hour ago.
We need to release that clip. That clip right there will go viral by itself. We need to release that right now. We need to make a YouTube video, which is the MJ Morning Show, the bro lo. Oh my, that is so great.
Bro.
Oh, man.
And then you can hear when he starts panicking. We got panicked bros because that's when the captain jumped into his boat.
It's the range of bro motions. I mean, it starts off, kind of accusatory, kind of defending.
That's great.
Yes.
Promotions.
Yes. It's really crazy. That is so, Andrew, that is fantastic. Oh, my gosh. That's great.
Oh, man. I just figured it out. I just figured it out. Andrew, did you hear me? Andrew, did you hear what I asked for? You got it? Hang on. Oh, hang on. Here we go. I got it. Lisa, and Cult Jam. Lost in Bro Motion.
Oh,
yeah.
It gets better.
Lost in Bro Motion.
It's like, this is the gift that keeps on giving.
Lost in Bro Motion. Oh, yeah. Motion.
Bro.
Don't you think it would be better with Kylie Minogue's song?
What song?
Locomotion. Oh,
come on, baby. I'm doing the bro motion.
So many avenues, Michelle. You're not wrong. That's so great. We could come up with a whole album just based around the bro.
Oh, I'm kicking myself because I wish I would have played it in the 8 o'clock hour when we started talking. Oh,
right,
man.
So now, MJ, if you really want to show your sorrow for missing this.
Yeah.
We should take a couple of calls for the Andrew appreciation lines on how awesome
I'm not
the bro
taking
clip is.
the Andrew appreciation lines.
Why not?
Calling in every saying how much they like it.
I tried to give him some gift cards, and he was like, "Nah, I don't like that place." Seriously.
What?
I never told this story. I don't want to mention where it is.
You talking about Andrew?
Yeah, this is a place that I love. This is a place that Michelle loves.
You can't get three compliments in a row, can you?
I had some gift cards, and I tried to give him the gift cards. He's like, "Yeah, I don't want them. I don't like that place."
It's not my
I'm
place.
like, what
You
the-
know what? Good for him. What? He's letting you know. No,
Maybe
thanks.
you didn't waste your money.
Right.
You give him some.
Why didn't you ask him then? Where would you like to dine?
Why don't you just if you want to give him some, give him cash.
Oh, guess what? Remember the elderly couple that were being held hostage in a Mexican prison?
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Yeah, bro. Bro. So the elderly couple that got into the timeshare dispute. I'm Wesley. I'm going to help this elderly codger couple get out of their timeshare jail in Mexico.
Wesley saved him?
No.
Oh,
no.
That would be the best advertising. I would never make a joke about that guy again if he saved these two people.
He went down there and hooked up some chains to the bars and ripped the wall out and rescued this elderly couple from Michigan from a Mexican jail because of their timeshare issue.
Did Gray Bull Rescue go down and get him?
Oh, you know what? That would have been great. Oh, why do we had Brian Stern in here from Gray Bull Rescue. Why the hell did you help him?
Bro.
I don't know that he was available.
Bro.
All right, so what happened to them? Are they alive? Are they okay? Are they home?
Yeah, they're out. Michigan couple who was being held hostage in a Mexican prison for nearly a month. They were released yesterday and are heading home to Michigan. Yeah. Navy veteran Paul Aquillo and his wife Christy were released after 30 days in custody for allegedly defrauding hospitality company Palace Resorts. Note to self, never go to anything owned by Palace Resorts.
Never. They have done themselves more damage by going after these two people.
So the deal is they got into a timeshare fee dispute, but then they tried to warn other people, and then the resort then accused them of fraud, and it was a mess.
They were instigating other owners to try to, do things that might be against their very lengthy contract, and they had him arrested.
Let me see if I can call Brian Stern quickly. He gives us an open invitation to call him anytime. Let me see if he's available.
So how old were these couples, this Michigan couple?
Like in their 60s,
yeah,
maybe?
I think late 60s.
Okay.
I got to be honest. What's better, being in Michigan or a Mexican prison?
Okay.
Tough call.
Yeah.
Tough call.
It is.
Especially if you're up by Cadillac. Ugh.
I'm trying to call Brian. He might not recognize this number.
This is Brian.
Oh, Brian, hey, it's MJ and Fester and Michelle live on Q105. How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Hey, thank you for picking up. Because I didn't know if you'd recognize it. I'm sure my number is in your directory, but this is our studio number. This is our call-in number. All right. So, Brian, I can't believe we didn't think about this. Have you ever rescued an elderly couple from a Mexican prison because they were being held hostage over a timeshare dispute?
No, I have not. No.
Are you familiar with the story that's going around right now?
Well, they've been released. Are you aware there was a couple from Michigan, and they were arrested and they've been held up in a Mexican prison for 30 days? We're talking about a couple in like their late 60s or 70s. They got into a dispute with their Mexican timeshare hotel, their resort, and they were held in a Mexican frickin' hellhole prison for 30 days. And you were in here just the other day. We should have talked about this then. Could you have gone to Mexico and ripped the wall off the jail to rescue them?
So I'm actually very familiar with this case. I don't want to get into the details.
Whoa! Wait a second. How are you? Wait a minute. How are you familiar with the case?
There was some media on the case,
yep.
And there was some media on the case, and we were examining it pretty heavily.
Really?
Actually, yeah. The family in question essentially picked a fight with the resort.
Yep.
And the problem is when you pick a fight with people who have money in foreign countries and they get mad at you and you go to those foreign countries, there are very often consequences that you're not prepared for.
Well, and they've got friends in law enforcement, and they pay off local police, and they can have you cuffed and stuffed.
Yeah, they're exactly right. They're connected, and the more quote unquote complicated a country you go to, the more likely it is that business owners of places like resorts or casinos or those kinds of things are more connected to local law enforcement, maybe even corrupt law enforcement, those kinds of things. So
Now this is crazy. So I was calling you more of as a joke, and you're telling me that you were actually looking into this case?
Yeah. It's ICAO, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The ICAO.
Yes,
family,
exactly.
Yep. We were looking at it heavy. In fact, I was going to dig into it this week. As you know, I just got back from Haiti, so it's hard to do two very complicated things at once. But number one, I'm happy that they're released. Number two, kind of annoying that they were rolled in the first place.
Right.
But they, again, they, the wife, started a Facebook page attacking a bunch of people in the resort and stuff.
Yeah.
And which is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but don't mess with their hombres. They'll have you thrown in a stinky Mexican prison.
Well, what you do is, if I was going to do a Facebook page saying, down with, whoever, in whatever country, down with the Botswanian, the Ritz-Carlton in Botswana or whatever.
This happened to be Palace Resorts in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't visit them after I diss them.
If you attack, what I wouldn't do is then go to Botswana.
Right.
I wouldn't go to the place.
These are really dumb people. They made a dumb decision to poop on the place and then go there for a vacation.
So, Brian, was there the possibility that you guys could have hooked up heavy chains to some bars and ripped the wall off and rescued them?
No. In this particular case, because they were incarcerated, where they were and how they were, we probably wouldn't have done that. We probably would have, frankly, gone to the Mexicans and said,
"Yeah, but that's a pretty funny visual, isn't it?"
I had this awesome video. I had this awesome mental image of my team dressed up as the three amigos.
Yeah.
With
sombreros.
They do the
Tell me,
dance.
El Guapo.
El Guapo.
That's great.
All right, Brian. Thank you, man.
Hey, Brian, good. Hey, listen, whenever you need us, it's Brian Stern, CEO, founder of Gray Bull Rescue. And if you have not seen the rescue video, two little Haitian girls caught up in war-torn, gang-ridden hellhole Haiti right now. Two American families were trying to adopt, and they had the adoption set up for years, a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old now. And Brian's organization, Gray Bull Rescue, able to extract these two girls out of Haiti last week, fly them via helicopter from Port-au-Prince over to Turks and Caicos, where they took a jet to Tampa, and the parents, these adoptive parents, were waiting. If you want to see the video of the rescue of the girls being carried in arms up to the roof where a helicopter was ready to evacuate them, the video is on my Instagram. Watch the video. Go to Certified MJ Radio, and consider making a tax-deductible donation to the nonprofit GrayBullRescue.org.
Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it.
We'll talk to you soon, Brian.
Thanks. Hopefully next week about Botswana, right? Hopefully, Botswana.
Don't go. Don't go.
Thanks, man.
Later.
Have a good weekend.
All right, MJ, so you referred to this couple as elderly.
Yeah, they're 65.
No, she is 60, and the man, Paul, is your age.
No way. They're grandparents.
So what? I mean,
the daughter was crying, saying,
guess what?
If
you're 60, you can have a 30-year-old kid.
Guess what? I'm glad that my 23-year-old daughter, or I'm glad that my maybe at one point, I'm glad my 17-year-old daughter didn't make me a grandpa, okay?
Right.
Yeah, I'm happy about that. But is that crazy? We called him up as a joke, and he was actually looking into the case and trying to figure out how to rescue this couple out of Michigan.
I mean, this is a pretty high-profile case for a company like his.
Yeah. All right. 9:19 at the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Michelle.
Yes.
You went last night with Chloe from 6 to 8, and you helped pack these food packs for kids for Mind Over Matter.
Right.
Inc.org, right?
No, Inc.com.
Inc.com.
MindOverMatterInc.com. If anybody's interested in either donating, you can look at their list of supplies that they need or just donate money. They pack I mean, it's amazing. We have, children who rely on our school systems for, food over the course of the week. But when they go home on Friday, they don't have, Saturday and Sunday, they don't. So this group of ladies amazingly have stepped up, and they build little packs for these children to take home on Fridays. And so they have something, to eat over the weekend. And interestingly, before the hurricanes, she was only doing maybe like 100 and 150.
Yeah.
But since the hurricanes, some other organizations who had been doing a similar, helping out with the community, they were not able to do it. Like their facility was either destroyed or the food was all destroyed, and they probably will not be picking it up. So I think last night we did something close to like 600 bags.
Oh my God!
Amazing.
So and there were listeners of the show that actually came out and joined you and Chloe. This was so every Thursday from 6 to 8.
Yes.
This organization, mindovermatterinc.com. They meet every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Hillsborough United Methodist Church.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, listeners that heard you talking about this with Jennifer, the founder of this, on the air yesterday, they came out and joined you guys to help. Oh, even Tony.
Right, Tony's Hot Dogs.
Tony from Tony's Hot Dogs that won, remember he won, how much money did he win for us?
$700, he told me.
Yeah, won $700 with one of our contests.
You went to go visit him.
And then remember I went and he was
at Stadium Toyota?
He was serving hot dogs at Stadium Toyota, and I went out there, this is months ago, and then I think he's going to be out there today
He's there
again.
today.
Yeah.
Him and his girl were there. And
I don't know if I can go because I'm having work done at the house.
Boo. And then also just a shout out to Rachel and her daughter Arabella, who just came out because they heard us talking about it and came out to help. So we did this and we got it done like in record time, apparently, because we had enough volunteers. But Chloe and I said we're going to do it on a regular basis now. It was really
That's nice.
A fun, nice thing.
I will join you as well.
Will you?
Yes.
We decided you should not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, great. All right, it's 9:22 at the MJ Morning Show. When we get back, the final chunk, there is I don't know what it is. I don't know why this is coming back around, but I had somebody send me this TV court case involving a radio station and a tattoo and a contest that went awry. But there's much more to the story. So it's really kind of funny, but it's you can't take it totally at face value. I'll explain next. Also, the flight attendant that said something freaking horrific to a passenger on a Delta Airlines flight. Yeah, so we'll get to that coming up in a bit. Oh, the PayPal warning coming up. Don't fall for this racket. And then the armed robbers at IHOP. You're not going to believe what they got away with. Like Honey Bunny. You're not going to believe what they got away with at an armed robbery at IHOP. That's a lot of stuff. Hey, we have the TikTok deadline tomorrow. Got a lot of stuff in the final segment. MJ Morning Show next on Q105, 104.7 FM. I was going through our collection of audio sound bites we got to play, and I have a number before we shut things down for a Friday. The final chunk of the MJ Morning Show on a Friday. Michelle, we doing dinner tonight? You know what? Let's do Nona Slice House, maybe early dinner.
I told Tony I was going to come get a hot dog.
Well,
no, he said he makes Philly cheesesteak, so I might get a Philly cheesesteak. I've been really wanting
but
one
I can't
of those.
go because I have people at the house working.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Listen, we'll go. Tony's there on Fridays. We'll go to Tony next week.
We'll see.
At Stadium Toyota. Now let's go to Nona Slice House. I want you like the margarita, the old world. I do too, and then the Detroit is like better than even the stuff in Detroit. All right, Nona later, like maybe early dinner, okay? And then we'll come back and watch a movie, open a bottle of wine, okay? Friday night plan?
Your plan.
Great. All right, a couple of audio bites. Festa, did you send me this Humane Society like PSA deal?
Dude, that totally got me.
That's funny.
I thought it was a Karen video at first, and it rooked me in.
But does the audio do it justice, or you have to see it?
Picture the most Karen-y. Yeah, Karen-y.
Karen-y.
That aggressive attitude they yell at phones that are being recorded. You know, think of a very confrontational woman.
Right.
And this is it. So you don't need to see the video because she turns away and then she gets touched again.
Right. So let me play the audio and let's see if we need to describe it further. But can you put this link up on maybe our Facebook page or something? Or
Man, do I care that much?
Well, you said you loved it. Why would you want to share this with others? Because we can play the audio, but we need to see the visual. All right, listen to this.
Here we go.
Touch me again and you're going to find out exactly who I am. Hi, I'm Kendall Paul, CEO of the Vanderburg Humane Society. If you are looking to adopt a new friend or you need services for your current pet, like spay or neuter or vaccinations, the Vanderburg Humane Society is here to help.
All right, that's it.
All right, so she starts out with touch me again and you'll find out who I... So you see her walking away from somebody and it's like, touch me again and you'll see who I am. And then you see the arm reach out almost like an antagonistic... Another touch, like I dare you.
I'll touch you again, lady.
And then she touches and she spins around. She's holding this cute little, is it a kitty?
Yeah, a little puppy or a kitty or something.
Yeah, maybe it's a puppy or something. And she spins around. Touch me again, you'll find out who I am. Listen.
Touch me again and you're going to find out exactly who I am.
Touch.
Hi, I'm Kendall Paul, CEO of the Vanderburg Humane Society.
And then she spins around like a little puppy or something. Oh, man. Fez, you got to put that on our face. It's great.
All right, I saw it last night.
Where do you find this thing?
It was one of those rando videos on Reddit.
Also, Michelle, can you see where is the Vanderburg? Type this in. Type in Google quickly. Vanderburg, Vanderburgh, Humane Society.
Because it looks like, sporadic cell phone videos. She got touched.
Where the hell is it? Where is it located? See if you find it. Vanderburg. Okay, it's Indiana. Andrew beat you to it. It's in Evansville, Indiana, is where. That's just funny.
But do you hear that tone, the touch me again? And you'll find out exactly.
Yeah, that's the whole shtick there, because it's not what you expect. You expect the woman to get touched again and for them to for her to haul off and beat the crap out of whoever touched her. That's what you expect. All right. The other chunk of audio is, and I've had 2 people send me this, and I sort of vaguely remember this, a court TV show where this guy shows up and he's got a huge tattoo across his forehead.
Right.
And it spells crud.
What?
Krud. And the story is that a radio station morning show on Crud Radio, KRUD, had a contest that if you put their call letters on your forehead, they'd give you like $250,000. Anyway, the story is that if you clicked on another part of the website, it said this is a joke. We're not really giving away $250,000. All right. Let me play the audio here, and there's more to the story than meets the eye. So you're going to want to hear what the story is. But listen to the judge. It turns out this was on a real judge show. However, there's more to the story. I guess this show only lasted for 1 season. I'll tell you about that in a second. Listen to this.
So you put a tattoo on your forehead to save your parents' house?
Yes, sir, that's correct. I found out about this contest, if you'd like to call it that, and naturally I was a little skeptical. So what I did, I called the radio station, and I spoke with a gentleman, and he did, in fact, confirm that this offer was legit. He also directed me to the contest page on the station's website.
Tattoo them across your forehead. Be the first listener to do it and win $250,000.
So as you can imagine, I didn't waste any time. I dashed down to the radio station. They glared at me in disbelief.
I could have never imagined somebody would have actually tattooed our station letters to their forehead.
$250,000 is a lot of money. There are a lot of folks that would do that, right? How's he to know that this is not real?
There was a link on there. If he would have clicked on that link, the link would have took him to the page that said April Fools.
And the law says if you do a prank and they are harmed, you must pay for that. And in your favor, I'm going to award $510,000.
All right, so that's why people sent it to me, because it was an April Fool's thing, and April Fool's was earlier this week.
How old is this video?
Apparently it's from 2020 or something.
Yeah, I'm watching a video from Personal Injury Court. I've never heard of it.
All right, so first of all, this was not a real case per se. Well, it's based on something that happened, and I think I might have traced it back to old Bob and Tom back in 2000 or so, like 25 years ago.
None of this is real?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Judge Gino Brogdon, the judge you heard, that was a real show that ran for 1 season called Personal Injury Court. And I actually looked up the show. Personal Injury Court is an American syndicated non-traditional court show in which personal injury lawyer Gino Brogdon heard and ruled on personal injury cases.
So he's not a real judge.
No, he's a personal injury attorney. The show is produced by So-and-So Entertainment, distributed by MGM Domestic Television. It ran, let's see here, it was a half-hour non-traditional. The show debuted on September 16th, Michelle's birthday, 2019, and it lasted for 1 season. So what they did was none of the people were the actual people. They hired actors to reenact and pretend they were the defendants and the plaintiffs in the personal injury cases.
Oh, why couldn't we have known about that casting? I could have been the dopey guy with the tattoo. You could have been the radio guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So apparently it was done in Atlanta. I think
a lot of stuff's done in Atlanta.
They recorded the show in Atlanta, but the show, it was recorded 6 years ago. So these were not real people. Clearly the crud tattoo on his forehead. There's no radio station, KRUD.
I mean, it looks like
a temporary job or something. So there's no KRUD radio also, because you're listening to crud. Don't touch that dial. There's crud on it. I mean, what
That's not a bad name for a rock station.
But there's no crud radio. That's number one. And then the people that acted in that video, which apparently started circulating again because of April Fool's this week, those people were actors, and that none of the people on this court show were the real people. They were all cases that were plucked from legal documentation, and they recreated with actors the players involved.
All right.
And I think that I was able to trace this back to some contest that Bob and Tom did, longtime radio show. Are they around anymore? I don't know if they're around anymore.
They are, but they're minus one of them.
One of them retired.
Either Bob or Tom retired or got hit by a bus or something to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, well-respected, long-time radio show. They do a good guy. They do a good job.
I've not heard a bad thing about these guys. They've always done a good job.
So I think they might have done a contest like 25 years ago where they tried to dole out cash for a tattoo, and I think that's where the idea came from. Then we have the Delta Airlines flight attendant. Man, this is a terrible thing to say. Flight attendants know that people don't pay attention to the in-safety messages. And I got to be honest, I don't overtly not pay attention or do something obvious. But I kind of tune them out because I have flown so much. Nothing is going to change safety-wise on the aircraft that I'm flying on. And I'm on the Boeing 757. I'm on the Boeing 737 variations, the 700, the 800, the 900, the MAX 8, the MAX 9. I'm on an Airbus 320, a 321 XLR. I'm on a 319, whatever.
You fly.
All right, so I'm on a 777. I just did 4 777 flights on the way to the Philippines. Anyway, so I do when I get on an airplane, I don't need to see the safety message demonstration. I do certain things. I count the number of rows that I walk past to get to the exit, so I can always count in case there's smoke in the cabin. I always note where the exits are in front of me and behind me. Keep in mind that the best exit might be behind you. So I know to put my oxygen mask on first before attending to a small child. I know all this crap.
You could probably do the safety presentation.
You are right.
Just sit down for a little bit.
You know what I find very awkward? When the flight attendant has to blow into the tube on the life vest. I always find that very just looks,
I find it hot.
Find it on. All right. So Delta Airlines, person's not paying attention, right? I can't believe the flight attendants know that people don't pay attention. All right. But they just go through the motions. This Delta flight attendant apparently got very ticked off and like internalized this and took it very, very personally. So the video has gone kind of viral, and Paige sent the message on social media, "Hey, Delta, just so you know, you have a flight attendant on your staff that lacks every bit of customer service and empathy skill known to man. She was flying from Washington, D.C. to Nashville, Tennessee. During the safety briefing, her husband texted her to check in since she has severe flight anxiety and she needs to eat regularly. She's 15 weeks pregnant." And in this quick little video, Paige read the text, apparently. She read this quick text from her husband. The flight attendant looked down at Paige and the woman next to her who had AirPods in, and the flight attendant on Delta said to these two women, "Since you two are too busy on your phone, I really hope that you both know what to do when we crash."
I mean, she's not wrong. I mean,
why would the flight attendant say that?
You know how many times they've done that presentation and nobody looks up? They probably got a little disheartened.
They know that. Anyway, but you don't say that. That is the worst thing that a flight attendant can say is, "Hope you know what to do when we crash." That's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible. Hey, I asked Andrew to pull some Honey Bunny for me. Hang on, let me see if this works.
Chill out,
honey bunny.
All right, now tell her it's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
Promise her.
I promise.
Tell her to chill.
Just chill out, honey bunny.
Some honey, but that was Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson, right?
That was just Samuel L. Jackson and the guy with
the
the gun.
And the boyfriend
robber.
and the boyfriend. All right,
Travolta's still in the John.
Oh, he's still in the turlet.
Yeah, he went to the turlet.
Right. All right. Hang on a minute.
So we got a vigilante in our midst.
Shoot him in the face.
Oh, there's Honey Bunny.
Yeah.
So we got a vigilante in our midst.
Shoot him in the face.
That's Honey Bunny. All right. So listen to this. Armed robbery at IHOP, San Antonio, Texas.
And they didn't do it this way with this is a robbery.
Cops need your help in identifying two dangerous individuals that pulled off an aggravated robbery at IHOP. Happened on Thursday, March 20th, just before 7 a.m. when an employee notified her manager that she suspected two diners were preparing to dine and dash, leave without paying for their food. 24-year-old manager walked up to the table and asked the two suspects if they needed assistance. One of the suspects motioned to the manager to come closer to the booth. Then that's when one of them lifted his shirt to show a handgun in the waistband. Fearing for her life, the quick-thinking manager ran and grabbed the employees and herded them to the back of the restaurant. I guess just leaving all the customers to fend for themselves. Hang on. And that's when the customers fled. Armed robbery of a Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity. That's what they got.
What?
They stole breakfast.
So it's an armed robbery because they brandished a weapon.
Yeah, absolutely.
They didn't take everybody's wallets.
They didn't pass around a pillowcase. Everything, wallets, jewelry, watches in the bag. They didn't do that.
I mean, the guy was right in Pulp Fiction. The money is really robbing the customers, not the little couple of dollars in the till.
Yeah.
You need to rob the whole place.
Wow. $5,000 reward from Crime Stoppers in San Antonio. But armed robbery, what'd they get? 2 fried eggs and some hash browns.
I mean, the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity doesn't have like fruit on the pancake. It's really a good meal for.
And they took the boysenberry dispenser.
Yeah, that's what you walk out with.
That's crazy. All right, have I played all of my audio? I think we've done all audio today. Yeah, but best audio, of course.
Bro.
Those are all the bros, no duplication, all the bros strung together from the viral video of the fishing charter captain. What's his name?
Brock Horner.
Brock Horner from Tarpon Coast Fishing Charters, which I think is now out of business in the last day.
Yeah.
The video went viral of him having the verbal shouting match on the water down in Punta Gorda, and the video's just gone crazy. And the guy that was getting victimized, he said bro that many times in the video, and we strung them all together. It was a bro-a-thon.
It was brotacular.
It was. It was brolicious.
It really was great.
Anyway, that's the best audio of the day. Hey, heads up. A fake PayPal employee tricked a woman here in Florida out of her dough. Yeah, this is up in Ocala. Some woman pretended to be a PayPal employee and tricked this woman. The Marion County Sheriff's Office right up the road here, they posted a video. A woman approached the victim pretending to be a PayPal employee, claiming there was an overpayment problem. There's no PayPal employee that's going to come to your house.
Really?
Yeah, really.
You don't say.
The video shows the suspect tricking the woman into giving her money with the promise of fixing the issue. Wait a minute. So, overpayment problem, and the video tricks the suspect into giving her more money? What? Deputies said that the impersonator was last spotted heading toward the Villages. trying to scam a bunch of elderly folks up in the Villages, Florida's friendliest hometown?
Friendliest.
That's what I said.
I was just re-emphasizing it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like a finger point. Friendly.
Yeah, don't fall victim to scams, folks. Don't give any information out. Don't answer and click on links in text. Someone's coming up to, oh, yes, I'm with PayPal. Yeah, they canvass neighborhoods. PayPal. Yeah, try getting a human being on the phone from PayPal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The sun will burn out before you can get somebody on the phone from PayPal. My God. What else? So a third of Americans are refusing to buy eggs until prices drop to at least $5 a dozen. I think you can find eggs. Like you go to Aldi or you go to Walmart.
Eggs are around.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the price though. I have not purchased eggs since I bought like 6 containers of those Vital Farms that Michelle likes.
I don't understand what their issue is because I see, like Fester said, I see them all the time. Chloe and I went grocery shopping a bunch of times while you were gone.
Right, but the price.
And there were always eggs there.
Yeah, but what is the number? How
why
much?
should the price be so high if they're readily available?
Right,
they're
so-
saying they're high because they're not readily available, right, Fester?
Fester's on Walmart.com right now. And
they're not as readily available. There's not the supply chain.
Great value, large white eggs, 12 count, $4.97. So that's 3 cents under $5.
And that's usually probably your price leader in the community.
But also, those are like Michelle would say, the crap quality eggs that lack a lot of the flavor.
Give me a good crap egg.
Crap egg?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to put enough salt and hot pepper sauce on
there
it.
you go.
You know what? There's Eggland's Best. You ought to come out with Fester's crap egg.
Yeah. I'll sell it for $2.50 a dozen and be loaded.
Fester's crap egg. What's going to happen with TikTok? Is there going to be a deal announced like today? Because TikTok is supposed to be shut off again tomorrow. I guess we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday morning to see what the story is with TikTok and whether I can't believe the Chinese are going to agree to sell that. I just don't see it. All right, well, we'll see what happens. But everyone watching TikTok, with that, I think we'll shut her down. We did it live, and now we're not going to do it live. We're going to shut her down. All right, 9:50 at the MJ Morning Show. Folks, have a phenomenal weekend. Festus, you have a bunch of stuff you're posting on the MJ Morning Show Facebook page?
By a bunch of stuff, I mean one thing of the lady at the
I
vet.
thought there was something else we were talking about earlier today.
I forget.
All right, anyway.
Go to the Facebook page. I posted it a couple days ago, the carbon monoxide detector link. That's on our Facebook page.
All right, I'm going to shoot a video later today showing the carbon monoxide detector with 2 high-profile stories recently on carbon monoxide deaths. Get the portable battery unit and just take it with you, and it'll beep if there's carbon monoxide, folks. It'll save your life if there is a threatening situation. All right, you want to get a hold of me? I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com. That's MJ at MJMorningshow.com. And, of course, my Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow if you don't follow. Certified MJ Radio. And I will have new content over the weekend to tide you over until the quality garbage spews from your speakers early Monday morning. Quality garbage.
It's quite the sell.
It is. It is
that's really good.
Good selling point.
Yeah.
Here on KRUD Radio, on Crud Radio. It's Crud 104.7. Even though we're even though we're east of the Mississippi. All right, we got to roll. See you back here Monday morning. MJ Morning Show, Q105. Great weekend, everybody. And let's be careful out there. Oh, man, I should do it just one more time. Yeah. One more time. One more time.
Bro.
Hear the latest MJ Morning Show podcast on the Q105 app, powered by Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys.